1, 2, 3. My internet hasn't crashed yet. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is the internet still working? Guys, everyone, welcome back to this time. It's no longer on professional life. Now we are professional life, but we are now limited edition, special edition live that comes out only once a year. So we apologize, guys. I know we had loyal audience and viewers for like at least a year, maybe a little bit more, that followed, subscribed to this channel. And unfortunately, guys, once again, I had to change the channel name, which is normal for me to do those types of things. So if you get used to things with me, guys, usually it doesn't last forever.
It'll change again.
The doctors have pills for that, though, but
yeah, unfortunately, guys, that's what you're gonna get. So welcome to the Reseller live. So you got
it's still the most unprofessional, Roman.
Reseller live is gonna come out only once a year, guys. Until we decide maybe later on in life we're gonna do it consistently. So, but we are no longer unprofessional. So we're gonna try to figure out if we are actually resellers or YouTubers today. Kind of difficult to figure this out after all those years. Anthony, by the way, let me introduce everyone because you know everyone was asking where beautiful Lisa is. So here's Lisa, guys, back.
What? Oh,
you, back with you in the community. She was missing all of you guys, and she's
Roman had me in his closet.
She was very upset that she disappeared for like 10 years. But you know, time sometimes flies very fast. So after 10 years of absence, Lisa is back. So she still has the same channel name. So
and I still don't have the right name, but
yes, no, it's not.
She still officially has the same actual name with 2 S's.
Yeah, she actually has same name, but only with 1 S. So guys, Lisa is back with the same channel name, Bubbles, Blinks, and Needful Things. So welcome her back
to the community
with open arms and open heart and everything else. And we got another great great mind of reseller community right now, formerly known as Dragon Master Finds, guys, which was very, very strong name that currently is another very strong name, which is Dirty Scumbag Reseller, which is normal nowadays, guys, because in a way, if you think about it, we're all kind of a little bit dirty, guys, and a little bit kind of, you know, from
about yourself.
So Anthony is back, guys. So Anthony now has a different channel name. Please memorize and subscribe, which you already have subscribed. But if you haven't, subscribe to Anthony's Dirty Scumbag Reseller YouTube channel, guys. You know, guys, every time in this unfortunate world nowadays, resellers unfortunately are dirty scumbags, which is, what are you gonna do about it? I mean, me too, guys. I'm kind of, people think, why am I buying so cheap and selling for so much? So they constantly call me dirty scumbag, you know. So
that was the inspiration right there. It was
yeah. So we apologize. It's kind of reality of life. But since we are all strong-minded, and we don't take this kind of thing very personally, especially me. We don't try to kind of fight a lot. We are very kind, and we're trying our best to stay afloat, to support ourselves, our families, and our friends, you know, in the community and outside of the community. Community is very small, guys. It's like about 2% of all, maybe less, of all the reselling world. And the whole reselling world is kind of relying on us to be an example, to show a great example of consistency and not paying attention to the bad people that bash resellers for what they're doing. So besides that, guys, let's say hello to beautiful people. I know everyone kind of missed this live, maybe a little bit. Even though, guys, we apologize. Like I said, we disappeared, but it's my fault. Everything I do kind of is my fault all the time because that's how I am. So like I said, nothing will change much because my mindset is like that. My hectic life directs me to certain things that kind of for some people who are consistent will seem kind of strange. But in my situation, guys, you don't live inside my body. So
Yeah.
that's how it is. And I am living in a hectic, very difficult life. So maybe everyone else also does. Everyone has their own kind of things in life. So anyway, let's say hello to people. We got earlier today, by the way, Andy Someta was asking, what the hell is Labubu? So let's address it in the beginning. Guys, Labubu, unfortunately, I researched it a little bit.
Unfortunately.
Out that Labubu turned out to be originally he didn't like resellers, and people who hate resellers, they created this Labubu character, apparently started making plush in China and calling it Labubu. So it translates, I figured out the translation of Labubu, it's a reseller hater. So now from a certain language, which is very old language, which I kind of had to go back in history to research, Labubu is a reseller hater. So today, guys, we brought out Anthony with gloves, boxing gloves, that will actually answer the call to protect reseller community from those Labubus, guys, because Anthony with his YouTube name is one of the guardians of reseller community, right, Anthony? Kind of. Being a scumbag reseller, Anthony, is not that bad, believe me. The resellers have been called worse. So you being called dirty scumbag reseller is not that actually really bad. You know, people call resellers like piece of shit, dirty MM stuff, dirty some other things. So you actually your wording on your channel is not that bad compared to a lot of other people that call resellers other names. So in this horrible world, this is absolutely normal. So anyway, guys, so Andy, for you, Labubu is a reseller hater, even though some people think that Labubu is actually positive character, but I don't know. Look at him in a thumbnail. There's all those teeth. He likes to eat people. I don't know, man. It's kind of strange. So let's say hello. Let's say hello to reseller with Woody. Woody is gonna probably join us, guys. I posted in the description that if anyone wants to join this live, let me know on Instagram, and I will send you StreamYard link so you can join this unusual reseller live. So just let me know, guys. I will be glad to supply the link. So if you have anything to say, guys, don't be shy or afraid. You have all the world. Don't be afraid about your reputation, guys. You know, sometimes people are afraid for their reputation, but you're your own person. Don't be afraid to be what you are, because reputation can change according to any person who will gossip about you. But what's within you is what makes your reputation, not what anyone says. So just for you to understand.
Can anybody really talk? Really? Really?
Yeah. I think people want to say stuff like that's freedom of speech.
He says don't worry about your reputation as I light my cigarette, since we're going to be here for probably the next 2 hours.
Anthony, we're going to be here until tomorrow, man. All right, anyway, Woody probably will join us, or Woody say hello. We got Archie Biscuit Butt, my good friend from Las Vegas, Nevada, who's been killing it on live selling. Archie, actually, congratulations, you made it. Archie made it without any freaking YouTube audiences, any subscribers, any type of stuff. Archie, you have done a great job, man, doing live shows, selling your stuff. But Archie brings really good stuff. So Archie, if you bring good stuff to your live shows on District or whatnot, I think it's gonna sell. You know, we're gonna discuss it later on, Anthony. I know you will have to say something about it. So it's gonna be your call, man, about live selling. Shagan is here. I'm a reseller. See, Shagan says we must be running on resellers time. That's on my time. That's my time. I actually just woke up, guys. I was at the Beans today since probably when they opened, which is 8 something
and
in the morning.
I've spent 2 hours.
Nope. Nope, I came in, just got a little bit shaved under the neck and put the camera on.
Yeah, guys. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Lisa, did you shave today? It looks like it.
I don't know. The 5 o'clock shadow's a little harsh, I think. Maybe
Yeah,
the ring
just
light
a
will help.
little bit. Yeah, just did you use one of those straight razor shavers? You know, those
No, it was something I got off some filthy, nasty, dirty reseller, and it was just full of dog hair. But you know, hey, I saved $23, and I support our community.
That's a very good call. Like guys, you have to be careful with straight razors. I tried it a couple times and cut myself so bad. So I do not recommend if you don't know what you're doing.
Just, I want to throw something in on that. Gen X, this says something. Halloween party as a kid at the YMCA, they had balloons, and we were to shave the balloons, the shaving cream, straight razors. Straight up.
What's up,
7,
man?
What's going on, guys?
Travis, sorry, man. I
Travis, long time.
What's up, listen?
Hey, you're looking great.
Oh man, I was in rush. Sorry, I was late, guys. I was trying to freaking do like 20 things at once, and then I thought I had till 8 p.m. Central, and then he hit me with the 7 p.m. Central. I'm like, ah, damn it.
Yeah,
But-
goddamn it, man.
East Coast.
Well, Travis, what, guys? We got Bartermania in the house. OG.
Yeah.
Yes, there are so many different resellers in the community that are OG, but Travis goes back 10 years ago, right, Travis?
Yeah, a little while.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Travis-
go back a little while.
Travis
It's been a
has been
minute.
around, guys, more than all those big channels on YouTube. So listen to what Travis has to say. He won't lie about anything. Travis, how you been, man?
Doing good, staying busy. Found a couple cool sales today. I don't know what to tell you, but damn, things have been going good, especially on Facebook Marketplace. eBay's been kind of cold for me, but Facebook Marketplace has been killing it.
Like me, man, same thing. I've been putting, you see it all the time. That's why you send me those crazy messages on Facebook.
Yeah, I get those every time you do a post. I like to troll you on some crazy, stupid comment on what you're selling.
No, man, that's fine. I mean, they're my friends, all see my posts because I have like friends on my face, like Russian friends. Man, all the time they send me some crazy messages. Where do you get this shit? Like, why you post there? So I get used to it, man. It's fine. Mike Metko in the house. Mike, thanks for sending us, watching the video and also commenting already in live earlier today. Mike, appreciate it. By the way, guys, Mike, Metko, Archie, John and Jenna flipping and Easy are all together today in Las Vegas, chilling. So they're like attending. I guess it's like eBay Open. I don't know if it's eBay Open.
Yeah, the 30th anniversary and the eBay Open are both kind of close in time. So
Yeah. So but anyway, guys, we gathered today. I sent people like I invited Travis last week, then Anthony also, and then I haven't actually talked to Lisa in a while, guys. So I apologize, Lisa, for not talking
it's
to
his
you.
fault. He has my number.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Lisa for at least 20 years. So after a long absence, you know, it's kind of nice to see you again. We haven't changed much. We haven't aged. Everyone looks still like 21 years old, so that's good. It's only
How's
good
that
thing.
new prescription of glasses doing there, huh?
Exactly.
It's
Big Gordon
filters.
house. So Travis, today, man, we will discuss different things. So it's open mic. We can talk about fun things, about different things, you know, about not just reselling, about life. So you guys are like I said, anyone can. I think I can have 10 people in here, which StreamYard tells me. So if anyone wants to join, guys, I will send you the link. Like I said, Woody may join later.
Do y'all want to see a cool find I just did that is freaking amazing? And y'all have to give me my advice or whatever on what you think I should do with it.
For
Man,
sure.
let's go. Let's go.
See if you can figure out what the freak this is first. See who's the first person that can guess what this even is. All right.
Some kind of scripture. This looks like some kind of something engraved.
I got nothing.
Printing advertisement plate.
It's like a plaque.
Lissa just won the first guess. All right, so it's a printing plate. All right, now let me try to zoom in on some of the good stuff that you can see. It's going to be in reverse because it's a printing plate.
I can read backwards.
Man, I cannot read anything at all, so it's good.
All right, so
I
this
can't see that small right now.
This is a printing plate that was used back in the day for the Rolling Stones. They played Woodstock, and then after that, they went someplace. If you do a Google search, they played at somewhere called Altamont in California.
Yes, California. The Altamont's popular.
And that was where, when they played, I guess the Hells Angels had like a big stabbing at that event when they played for the Rolling Stones. And this printing plate was the one that was used to make all the brochures for that event. And so I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but that's freaking cool. You can't make those brochures without this, and I got it.
Man,
that's cool. The original.
Right. This is straight.
Where did you get that, Travis?
I know. I was at a sale here in my area. The guy was in the whole printing industry, and I guess he either bought this for his personal collection or he was involved with the printing of it. I'm not sure, but I wasn't going to ask questions. So here's what my game plan is. Y'all tell me if I'm stupid. I'm thinking about like making some like marketing thing where I sell these freaking prints of this like Warhol style or something and freaking re-ink these and make like whatever sign.
I don't know legalities, man. I would think that the Rolling Stones would have some sort of like copyright kind of thing on any of their advertising production materials.
So you think I'll get a cease and desist when they see me marketing Rolling Stones?
I don't know, man. You can list it
because they have the copyrighted on the name and it's their material, even though it's an original. But that's the kind of thing that I would go more for, like those big memorabilia auction houses. I mean, even though it's just a one item and you think nothing big of it, there are diehard collectors that would go absolutely batshit for that. But I wouldn't try individually printing. It's a great idea, but I'd talk to a lawyer first. I'm serious. I would.
Yeah, Travis, just hire some kind of attorney for like $10,000 a year.
Yeah, exactly.
They can give advice for $100.
I was thinking just see how much money I made until I got the freaking lawyer letter and then quit.
Man, you should, the lawyers, you know how it is, Travis. You will get a lawyer's letter, then you can make a YouTube video about it. You will make more money on it. So you would not need to sell that anymore.
Yeah, but, I've heard YouTube videos titled "I just got sued" do pretty well on YouTube.
I'm telling you, every time you do some kind of dramatic video, it doesn't matter. Like all the people get a lot of clicks and views because people, you know, Travis, how it is. People love drama. They like to watch some kind of either clickbaity type of stuff or some kind of dramatic stuff. I've been sued or I've been like cut or I've been whatever, you know, something bad happens and people love this kind of stuff compared to normal type of situation where you sold something, found something. That's cool. So that's normal life. I think it's not just with reselling. I think it's with everything, you know. That's why there are certain content creators right now with like a lot of subscribers that switched from reselling content to some kind of world issues. Like someone got robbed at Walmart or someone got like cheated at like Amazon or something. Like it gets a lot of views. I don't know what it is, but I think it's most important for people compared to your finds or your adventures in reselling. Kind of, you know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, I hear you. They're tired of seeing people walking up and down a garage walkway or walking in people's garages, and you know they want to see something more or less that's adventurous more than what that typical video is.
Look
or
at my
walking
find.
around in a cabin or shed or whatever, you know. They want to see more
drama sells.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened. Actually, Anthony. By the way, Travis, I would like you to introduce you to Anthony, Dirty Scumbag Reseller, because
what up, man?
Yeah, you didn't know Anthony. Travis told me that he didn't know you.
You didn't know me? I'm subbed to you. I was subbed to you before we came on.
But he didn't tell me anything. He just said Anthony. I'm like, who the hell's Anthony? Am I supposed to know him? Like,
yeah, man, that's
like
my fault, man.
first name status or something.
Don't worry. He told me that you were coming on, and I was like, who? And I searched. I'm like, oh, I'm already subscribed. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a video. But
he didn't tell me anything about like a channel name or anything. He just said Anthony. I'm like, well, who the
man?
Travis, million Anthony's in the world.
Man, Travis, I was afraid if I would tell you that you will go look at Dirty Scumbag reseller content, you may get scared, man.
No,
and run away.
Travis thought he was going to be on with somebody famous. I'm Froggy Flips. It's good to see y'all.
Yeah, we actually, Anthony, you know what you need to do, man. You just next time just change your channel name to Froggy Flips, man. You'll do good, man. Don't worry.
You want to talk about getting a cease and desist letter?
You may get a desist letter. I don't know about cease.
What if you just change the name, the spelling of Froggy to the IE instead of the Y or something, and then it's a technicality, right?
Yeah, there you go. Archie is saying Roman's new channel name next week will be Labubu Picker. It's gonna be interesting right now. Whoever gonna create the channel name, because Labubu, apparently, if you guys don't know about Labubu, which is a strange name and funny name, is actually right now popular type of plush that sells for crazy money, guys. And for some reason, I don't know, like everything else in this world, whoever tries to advertise, if a famous person tries to advertise some kind of whatever it can be, it doesn't matter. It becomes very popular and people pay up like right away. Right, Travis, see, if you would be very popular right now, you would have advertised that plaque or whatever that advertising thing, and everyone would be wanted to buy this from you right away and pay you like thousands of dollars.
Is anybody or like someone in the chat familiar with what I would do with a piece like this? I mean, it's vintage rock memorabilia, obviously, and it's a one-of-one piece. No one else will have this. So I don't know. Y'all tell me, where would you go if you had this in your hand, and where would you go to auction it?
Yeah, guys, just help out Travis, because you know Travis finds very unique things. If you look at his videos from way back, you will see Travis finding some kind of unique stuff, and that's good, man. That's kind of a thing about it. Like when I actually enjoy when certain you know, things like rare things and people know about those types of things compared to a lot of people that don't know about certain things that will get like rare vintage type of unusual items, and they will try to figure out on their own sometimes what it's worth. That's kind of cool, man. That's what it's all about.
That's gonna be one of those things you listed on eBay, and you know you're gonna think like, okay, cool, I'm gonna ask $3,000 for it, and it'll sell immediately. Like, damn, now I wonder how much I could have actually got it for.
That's what I'm worried about. What if it's a 20 grand piece?
Yeah, man, maybe it's more than that. Travis, you just need to research it a little bit. Throw it into one of the Facebook groups, like whatever they are. I forget the names already. There are so many reseller groups out there right now that someone for sure will know what can be what it's worth. So I think someone probably knows already.
Well, that's a good idea that you mentioned that, because I've actually had some good luck with actually doing a search on Facebook for certain groups. Like, let's say there's a Rolling Stone enthusiast group that's all they focus on, and they're, you know, they travel around with the band back in the day and all that type of stuff. So what if I look up diehard Rolling Stones and they want to have something that none of their friends have, and they'll pay up for it, right?
That's, man, I'm telling you, that's what happens nowadays. Like certain rare things will definitely bring attention. So anyway, let me say hello to people. J Philly Retro in the house. That's actually Anthony's good friend from J Philly Retro YouTube channel. Also very interesting reseller with a lot of interesting content, guys. So check him out. I'm a reseller Shagan who is listening right now, saying I'm here. I just can't listen to audio where I am. Man, guys, we appreciate you stopping by. And like I said, it's been a while. The channel name has changed, which is my type of personality. I usually change things around all the time because I cannot stay on like with the same YouTube name for like a year or two. It takes me certain amount of I don't know.
It's all right, Roman. You can talk
your
about
ADHD.
I was gonna say you can talk about your schizophrenia diagnosis.
Yeah, schizophrenia sometimes, guys, get you sometimes out there. So thanks, Anthony. You know, guys, it's Big Bro Auction says, long time no see, Lisa. See, there you go. A lot of people miss you. There is Dave in the house with his bong. Dave, hopefully you're not smoking tonight, man. I know that you smoked yesterday on Scott's live, on Bearded Picker, because Dave is actually a cool guy. He is like very knowledgeable, but he knows a lot about bongs. So if I need to find the bong for myself, I know who to call. So we got Alex in the house, Beer King Picker. Alex, thanks for stopping by. Guys, there are a lot of great personalities once again in the chat. Jenna, John, who are probably enjoying their night right now with Archie. Roman, is your health doing better? on some level, Jen is kind of trying to get better. After I lost, after our cat passed away, it was kind of once again hit me really hard, and it's, I think, for all of us, we're all, caring people. If we lose our member of our family, it doesn't matter if it's a pet or not. It's tough to, especially after so many years, 12 years, and it's difficult. I love pets, I love cats and dogs, and it's tough for me to just let go, and I get it in the back of my mind all the time, even though I'm trying to be cheerful, but it kind of brings you down. So, but I appreciate you guys. You guys have been very supportive, and always message me. And a lot of people watch the video and send great comments. I really appreciate it. Once again, I did a video on it, so I appreciate you guys. Mike Metko is in the house, hanging out with Varchi 24/7. Mike, make sure do not use the bathroom at his place anymore, because Archie already went through expensive restoration or remodeling of his condominium after it was flooded. So, so I'm pretty sure that Archie will tell everyone to use the bathroom outside instead of inside his place. So, so Lisa, tell everyone how you been. Like, people were asking. I know some people coming into lives and maybe even videos, because I don't know, asking where you are and how you've been lately.
Anthony talks to me almost every day.
Almost.
When we last stepped into the episode, I was facing a very big move, doing it basically all by myself. And to pack up your entire life and move on a dog, it was an arduous process. I did film an awful lot of it, but I don't even know how to even begin to put it up, because it's a cluster F of a mess. But I did move in. The 7 months, it's been very difficult. I also lost, as you know, Roman, I lost 2 of my cats unexpectedly because of the move. It was pointless and terrible. And so, and then just trying to settle in, and, at a certain point in life, moving's hard anyways, but, the older you get, it's starting over. So it's both Roman and I were trying to get settled in what was going on with everything, and I'm just now finally getting things, I guess, settled and done with my house, and then looking to build a new life here. So I'm not that far from where I had been, but it's a whole new layout, new world. And I stay in here and sit at this desk and just sell stuff to people with lots of money. More than we all got. But so no, I haven't been ignoring the community on purpose. You got everybody has to take mental health time and the energy. I am one woman, and it's important to make our money to keep the lights on, pay the rent, and so it's not been anything personal. I'm not mad at anybody. I still love our community and the mental health that it provides, but you've got to have the energy to come with it, and Roman and I are both finally where, okay, we love you guys. We love this, and we're doing a little bit better. So I appreciate you giving me the floor. And by the way, guys, no idea where this is going, how this is going, or whatever, but we missed y'all. And so it was just, hey, gonna do this. Yeah, and Mr. ADHD over here, new name. All right. So this is the unveiling that I just found out about 48 hours ago.
It'll be another new name next week. Don't worry.
Yeah, hopefully, guys, we're not gonna change the name anymore in about maybe 2 weeks. But it is what it is, guys. You see, the thing about the YouTube and the reselling, we can talk about it a little bit. People, and it's a lot of work, and you guys know this, all of you who have succeeded on YouTube with certain videos, or who have been on YouTube for many years and tried a lot of things. And we also, all of us, trying. It's just when you make money trying to earn hard, it's difficult. Being reseller, especially me, I'm on single income reseller. Lisa also. Yes,
So is Anthony.
and so is Anthony.
It's Travis.
And so is
Sure.
Travis. Yeah. So when you have the situation like this, it's not an easy gig, and you're trying to concentrate more on what makes you money to pay bills, and at least try to sometimes relax, try to have normal life besides YouTube, which is kind of something that we're trying, and we're not getting younger. The thing about it is time flies very
Well, you have
fast.
to bring that up.
Yeah, I had to bring it up, which is true. And after all the things that I've seen already last couple of years with losing people, and like even at some age, which is kind of absurd. But you think about it, and think about it, that actually time goes by very fast, and we have to still do what we love. Reselling is what I love, and YouTube is not. I've been doing YouTube kind of not in a way where a lot of people would do something thinking you can get eventually some money from it, which is normal for a lot of content creators. But we're all trying and trying to kind of achieve certain goals. And so far, I think with community, especially reaching out all the time, especially when my cat passed away, it was very difficult time, and a lot of people watched the video, and it was very cool to read it was heartwarming for me. It was difficult to kind of concentrate on anything, but that's what happens, and I'm not alone. People lose their loved ones and their pets all the time, and it happens. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why we're trying to do so many things as resellers. At the same time, YouTube is a difficult type of game, in my opinion. It depends on when you started. It depends on how consistent you are. So anyway, it's a lot of hard talk and deep talk. So Anthony, let me say hello to Patrick Murphy in the house. Patrick, thanks for stopping by. Patrick always stops by at different lives, provides support. So Anthony, tell everyone how your idea came up to become originally were Dragon Master, and then all of a sudden you decided, screw that, I'll just become Dirty Scumbag Reseller.
Well, Lisa was on the phone with me when the lightning bolt hit, so she helped me with some of the ideas and how the channel will eventually go. So the idea basically,
if it fails, blame me. I see what you're doing.
Exactly. You're liable. So the idea actually came from me, watching content creators that I actually really enjoy, and Commonwealth, Kevin. There's a guy, Retro Rewinder out of Indiana, and I watch some of their content and stuff on Facebook and YouTube. And there's this one thing that I always see in common is you get those people in the comment section like, oh, you're a piece of this, you're this and that because you resold something, you went to a yard sale and they wanted $10 for it and you offered them 8, you cheap piece of S. And I'm like, all right. I was like, so my thought process was like the number of people that I'm sorry. I'm getting slightly ahead of myself. So the thing that I've realized that most of us in the community that like we are not these things that people try to make us out to be, is that we go in and we try to defend ourselves. Like I love Kevin to death. I love his content. I will see when somebody posts something negative that sometimes he will say like, but I'm not. I'm just trying to provide for my family. And he's 100% correct. That is exactly what he's doing. And he's doing a great job doing it and doing a lot of hard work. And these people don't see it. And my thought process was I was going to flip it on its head. And I said, you know what? I'm going to embrace it. Hate me. Go ahead. Because the more that you interact with me and the more that you comment and the more that you say negative things, the more that this video, this post on Facebook, any of this stuff is going to get pushed out by the Facebook algorithm. And I'm hoping eventually it'll catch up and, I'll get my subscribers. I'll start making my money from it. And you can hate and hate and hate all the way. You can hate and hate and hate me all the way to the bank.
That's true. That's actually very kind of prolific, Anthony, for what you're saying. And that's understandable. Before we went live, I kind of was talking about it a little bit, which is never going to stop. Unfortunately, that's always going to be there. You just need to pay attention to what you're trying to achieve. You need to pay attention more to towards making your life the way where you don't pay attention to those types of things, because I don't think it only happens with reselling itself. It happens because there are a lot of jealous people, unfortunately, in this world, and they always try to, become dirty pieces of shit in a way, which is actually, that's how they live their life. And there are many people like that nowadays. This world has changed entirely. People become more angry, and it's not because of certain situations, just how life turns out to be for some people. And there are many of those who hate not just resellers, they just hate successful people. It's just in any business, it's not just reselling, it can be anything. You can own a store, you can own like dealership, people will hate you. That's why people turn to their close friends and their family in those situations, and try to kind of go along with what they're doing the best, and that's the only way for it to happen. So, but Anthony, in my opinion, that YouTube name, what you're trying to achieve, man, which we already talked on the phone about, is that it should. I mean, if you're gonna start putting out content when you go to Greenville, Tennessee, which we're gonna discuss also about a little bit about meetups later on. That's gonna be a great idea. You can do a lot with this channel, and you're still very young guy compared to me being 47. I mean, you got a lot more energy and a lot more kind of, in my opinion, already doing live shows, selling live, and so you're gonna get the people subscribe and follow you, and you will get that success, man. I know it's difficult for you, man. And you're not.
I've been to the bins with you. You have more energy than me. You can do that day in and
Man,
day
I
out.
can tell you, man, not right now, man. After like this year, like I said, it's been like after losing one of my close relatives in May, and then the cat, like within 2 months, it was like it just constant something happened that it kind of reflected on my health, and with having like blood pressure that jumps up and down constantly. I told Lisa today actually that when I went to this hospital when they did where they put the Marquette to sleep, and I was holding her, and man, I was crying so bad that my entire left side of my face, it like swollen up so bad. And then when I got home, I measured my blood pressure. It was almost 200 over.
Man.
Like it was not normal. And I was like on a situation where like, should I, because I'm running reselling business on my own. So like any situation where I may end up, God forbid, in the hospital, that's basically, it's kind of where it's difficult for us single income resellers, because you have to be constantly trying to be healthy, and when situation comes up and God forbid some kind of bad situation and you don't have anyone backing you up, man, it's always tough. You think about it, and it's like it is not an easy gig, and you kind of trying to avoid this. But sometimes there are certain situations where you cannot avoid, and that's what happens. But like I said, I said it in the video that I applaud people who are doing it on their own every day, and surviving all of the situations is not just trying to find stuff to resell, but also trying to figure out their business models, trying to do YouTube. That's a lot of work for one person. And now I'm buying storage units also, so I kind of added this up, which I've done in the past, but I kind of came back to it again, and I figured that yes, it is gonna be tough, but what are you gonna do, man? You have to complement the income over the income. So you're gonna have to do certain things, because we all like our channels to someday grow and have some kind of ability to make money on YouTube, but it's not gonna be. I don't think, man, it's gonna happen very soon. Maybe it will for some of us. Like Travis. How long, Travis? How long you've been doing YouTube?
Oh man, you have to do a sort on my videos, but I think it's been like 6 years. But I finally got to a point. I was going to tell Anthony, if he's serious about it, I figured out a hack to get viewership, and it doesn't take you that long. You don't have to do like 20 or 30-minute videos. What I've been finding out lately that's been killing it for me, and I can pull up my phone and I can show you like the graphics and everything. I've been making shorts, and I've been making just regular like 1 or 2 minute videos, and I'm kind of piggybacking off of those. And so let's say you make a video, let's say like something on your wall back there, something that you just sourced is worth like $50, and most people walk by it and they don't know whatever it is. You just say, hey, y'all probably don't know this, but this right here I just found at a sale. It's worth $50. You drop a comp shot or a couple shots of the solds or whatever, and then just say, hey, if you like this type of content, follow my channel. See you on the next one. That's all I'm doing. And I'm making like a 1 minute video, right? So I post that, I put it as a regular video on YouTube, but then I go back and then I make, I hit the little plus in the middle of the screen on the bottom that you usually do. I use my phone for everything. I don't use any computers, or PC, I should say. And then I go and then you can hit edit in short, that same video that you already created. So you're basically piggybacking off of the same video, and you're editing that in a short. And then every time I do a short, I put in a little bit of music that I guess when you put music in, it helps share it even more. I don't know, but I edit like some cool music, little blurb or whatever that it gives you. You could search by whatever genre you like for music. Really easy process. It takes me 30 seconds to make this freaking short and put it on YouTube. But every time I do it, I get a spike of like 7,000-8,000 views within like a 30-minute to an hour span. And then you can also redirect that short to the actual video that you already made also. So everything I'm saying, it sounds crazy if you first time doing it and hearing it, but it literally takes me 3 minutes total to do everything that I'm telling you. And I've seen my views and my income on YouTube go up because of this. So if you need any help, send me I can show you like on FaceTime or whatever, but it's like an easy process. And if you're serious about building up viewership and subscribers and everything else, I've been getting pretty good luck on that.
Guys,
Yeah,
Travis,
I'll definitely reach out.
that's good, man. Travis, by the way, I like your hat, man. You look like one of those Irish type of gangsters, man.
Yeah.
It's
That's my
very
little paperboy hat.
Yeah, paper boy
He's
Irish
had
hat.
resale value too. Where are we going?
Yeah, guys, Travis is an Irish gangster, guys. So if you need some kind of advice about how to become Irish gangster,
I was going to ask Lisa where she was at. How's the sourcing in her new place? Is it in the same town, or did you have to jump ship to a bordering town, or how's the like location where the bins are and all that?
I haven't been out. Believe it or not, there is, and I don't want to hear it, Anthony, there is a Goodwill down the street, and literally at the end of the street is a Salvo. I've not been out because my goal, for anybody who remembers just hearing about it, is I'm working down off of the hoard that I had amassed in years past. I mean, I've still got inventory, but I am supplementing a little, but I've been doing it online. I'm not real sure about this area yet, as a single chick by herself kind of thing. I haven't bought a new gun. No, but I have a friend here locally that says that it's worth going to look out. And I'm getting to that point where, I got to go start sourcing, and then I will let you all know. So, but I'm still in the Midwest, still Ohio-y, Midwesty.
Yeah, we're still getting Midwest. Ohio, actually, strangely enough, is Midwest. I didn't.
It is too called the Midwest. When it was all cut out, I won't even do history, but there's reasons. I'm not the history lesson person. That's a different channel.
I thought that Ohio was more like east.
Nope. It's considered the Midwest. Roman, you live in Cleveland. Know where you're at.
Yeah, we got Cleveland actually on its own without Ohio is on the east, and then the rest of state is Midwest. So, but
I didn't know y'all were so connected into Ohio. Like my whole family is up on the northeast corridor. If y'all are familiar with like the Niles, Hartford.
Yeah, I know very much.
Yeah, Youngstown, all that. Remember, I tried to get you to hook up with. Well, that sounds bad, but to meet with me when you came to see your relative.
I think I reached out or whatever. I don't know whatever happened, but my uncle's. No, it's my cousin's tow truck company is like the largest tow truck company up in that area. It's called Mays Towing. If you ever heard of it, MAYS, Mays Towing. They have all the contracts for all the roads and everything. It's crazy.
Sounds familiar.
Well, I could have used a semi by him.
I haven't, man, Travis. I haven't seen it, man, but sounds kind of familiar.
That's funny. You're gonna be on a freeway one day and see Maze towing, and you'll be like, "Damn it, Travis was right."
Yeah,
And it's
man,
gonna
one
stick
of the
in my
days,
head.
Travis, one of the days I'll be driving, open my window and say, "Do you guys know Bartramania?"
You know this coot down in Texas? He says he's related to you.
Yeah, it's like his name is Travis. He has a big YouTube channel. Do you know him?
If y'all get stuck up there and y'all need a tow, I'm serious. Let me know. I'll get you a freaking discount. He'll do it for me. He owns the damn company.
That's it, Travis. If we need help, man, now we know who to call, man. With towing.
Need a tow. I got you.
Yeah. Anthony, so if you need a tow, man, no, it's not a funny joke, Anthony. Sorry. I know you don't have a car yet right now. So anyway,
Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in, Roman.
Yeah, John Jones in the house, or G also. Can't believe you people make money at this. Wouldn't it be more moral to donate at all? That's right, John. Guys, John Jones actually is always in Studs Live, and Tom, Queen City Picker, and Silverhair Stacker, and Bearded Picker Scott. So John has also jokes around very good and smart guy. So I don't know. John, do you have a YouTube? Actually, I haven't looked into John. I don't know if John has a YouTube channel. But he always comments on some of my videos, which is very cool. I appreciate you. Everyone who comments on my videos, guys, which I release, which are hard to understand, I really appreciate it. So, Anthony,
yeah, I tried to turn the subtitles on during one of your videos, and it broke my goddamn phone.
Yeah, man. Even when I turn subtitles on my videos to watch them, man, I cannot understand what the hell I'm saying. So, John is saying some dirty reseller sold me a faulty switchblade and out of date rainbow condoms. That's actually from
what kind of party he's going to. Hey, I need to sit down and order this stuff now.
That is John is talking about my video where I found rainbow condoms in one of the storage units. And I made a short about them, so John actually watched it. Thanks, John.
It's so funny because the weird shit that we find that's worth money. I have a thing there. I don't remember the name of the brand, but it's like Hexacon condoms. I have 4 of them in my store for sale. I'm like they're worth like $50 a piece.
Man, I'm telling Harry Hamstone in the house, another original gangster. Harry, welcome. Harry actually told me on Instagram. Why the hell I'm not doing lives anymore? And I told Harry, I'm sorry, man, lives were not priority until today. Kind of, I decided we need to bring back the crew that with a lot of knowledge and people that you don't see every day. You know, it's very important for the community because everyone, you know, comes in every week consistently doing lives, podcasts, and we have done it in the past, but unfortunately, guys. We have a difficult type of schedule. We cannot do it consistently.
Yeah, this right now is interrupting my current nap time, so y'all be happy.
Yeah,
and
guys,
Anthony knows because he knows to call me after midnight.
Yeah, Harry actually does his lives very I think Harry has done a live recently, and he's doing it a lot from outside of his house, making some kind of. I think he did fire pit type of live where he was next to fire pit. That's very cool. Harry, I love Harry's lives. He always talks about different types of cultural things, music, movies. That's always cool. So thanks for stopping by, Harry. It's always nice to see you, man.
We love Harry.
I was thinking about doing one tonight, but my favorites are on Roman and Blinks. Thanks, Harry. Appreciate it. So, and Woody, here's Woody, guys. Woody, I sent you Instagram message. So if you want to join us, let me know. I'll send you StreamYard link. So let me know when you're ready. So how is everyone's Travis, have you done any lives right now on Whatnot or District, or do you do that stuff?
No, I've been tempted, but I've been doing so good on Facebook Marketplace that I'm like, it's taking away my time to try to learn a whole new platform. And the learning curve is going to be crazy trying to do the 5 things at once, either on Whatnot or Didbit. I mean, I'm scared to freaking take on that learning curve when I'm doing pretty good right now, just how it is.
And we're older.
I've been doing pretty good on the freaking, the short lives that I was just describing as far as making the quick shorts and then having that feed into it. So my income for YouTube's doing pretty good by building that, and then my subs are going up eventually. They're not where I'm wanting to be at, but I'm tempted to do Didbit versus whatnot strictly because I think that Kevin will promote my channel versus some random algorithm whatnot that could care less who the hell I am. So I'd rather have that personal touch where I can have someone actually promoting it and marketing it to their whole following, which is he's got a pretty good following, obviously, and so I don't mind that money going to a local reseller. I mean, not local, but the community of a reseller person instead of some big box retailer whatnot that I don't even know who the hell the owner is. So I'd like to contribute to that capacity also. It's just a matter of freaking figuring out what the hell I'm going to sell though, because I got so much crap. Like, do I just find out one niche item and like have 30 of those, and then how am I going to plug it into the system to get it ready for the freaking show? And I don't know. It's all learning curve for me.
Yeah, man. I was talking to Anthony on the phone numerous times about it, and Anthony will talk about it also because he is familiar. He has experience already. And I'm telling you, man, it's like me the same way as you, Travis, is that I'm doing good on Facebook Marketplace here in Cleveland because right now, for me personally, things that I want to move locally, I have luck with it, and that's good. So, like, I literally, this part of reselling business is, for me personally, here is working out. Besides other platforms and stuff, because I list on multiple platforms. So live selling, and Anthony knows about it, and some people here in the chat, Archie knows about it, is that inventory wise, Archie brings good stuff. I've seen what he brings. He can bring cell phones, he can bring electronics, bring some kind of vintage shirts. So he does he doesn't, his mindset, in my opinion, is where he thinks that he gets stuff cheap, which, in my opinion, most likely, like I do also at the beans, for example. If you can get stuff cheap enough and not pay too much, where you are safe to move it on doing live selling, even though you can raise your starting bid, which we all understand. If you bought something, say, as an example, for $10 somewhere and wanna, you don't want to start it at $1. So you may want to start it at $10, for example, which is also not a good idea, because if you don't have enough people in live selling at that time, whoever will pay or bid on it, it may sell only for $10. So you, like Anthony knows about it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's not calling you out, Anthony. He's not.
Yeah, that's kind of a truthful situation, and Anthony was right. And a lot of people who sell on live selling platforms, who buy things that are available to them at certain cost, if they don't buy volume of things, like you see, Travis, for example, you can bring up Kevin, for example, you can bring up other channels with followers and stuff like that, that they can buy things in bulk at like he does at garage sales, for example, and he can buy. Sometimes he will pay up, sometimes he can get like everyone else. And if he buys, for example, in bulk, and for him, like he said in his videos, it's easier because he got Jess that will help him in the side of business. It's like, for example, you're trying to concentrate on listing on specific platforms, and you are like running out of time. You're doing that. He also does a lot of YouTube, social media also, because he's all over. So for him, without like that kind of a thing for him, when Jess helps him out on the side of business, where he can at least kind of doesn't have to get the show ready. Everything is already kind of, the photos are taken, and it's like all on the platform. So the only thing he has to do is go and just show it, and be pretty and nice. Here you go, guys. Here you go. That kind of stuff. And that's that he will sell that stuff. But the cost is important, right, Anthony? I mean, the thing about it is, if you buy it, like if you're paying $1 or you go to the bins and you're selling it on live selling platforms, that's fine. You can start an auction at $2. You will still may not sell it for $2, or you will sell it only for $2. but then what's the point, in my opinion? Like, you're trying to make money, right? So people tend to kind of look at the following also, because if you're starting out, it doesn't matter. Paul Philly Flipper would be kind of an example where he's been like grinding and grinding and grinding nonstop, doing those live shows, which we all can try to do. Will it be successful for everyone? It's hard to say. You have to try to see how it's gonna go for each individual. So in my opinion, when we talked with Anthony about it, he brought out a good point. Like, if certain reseller has ability to find stuff in bulk, and Anthony will talk about it too, he can actually buy a lot of stuff cheap and then run a show and not worry about Facebook Marketplace, not worry about stuff, putting it on eBay, putting it on Mercari, Poshmark, whatever. He's gonna try to move it as much as he can to clear out that inventory. Then he will calculate all the money he made after all the fees and shipping and see, like, is it profitable for me individually to do more of those types of shows? And then question comes, can I get this kind of inventory consistently to
That's the
do
problem.
this kind of show, right?
That's a big issue. So after trying out both platforms, I will say I prefer to sell on District. So, Dibdit is one of the platforms on District. I like to sell on Dibdit, and First Class Treasures are kind of the only two places I've tried to sell on there. The thing about it, I think, is very much this. Whatnot has a higher ceiling, almost like an unlimited ceiling of potential that you can make on Whatnot. The problem being with Whatnot is that you have to be willing when you start to lose money constantly until you gain a big enough following. The thing with District is that whichever page you go on, whether it be Dibdit, First Class Treasures, Knickknacks, anything that has the page itself has a good following, you will see immediate results. Because let's say Dibdit, for example, is owned by Kevin and the Trash to Cash guys. People who follow them will watch your shows because it's on their platform. With Whatnot, I'd say, like, you do hear a lot of people talk about Whatnot that are in the reseller community, and I scoff and roll my eyes at it every time. And they go, you can start this too without having a following. And I'm like, yeah, but you had 40,000 followers when you started. So if 1% of those people comes over, you're getting 400 people to come to every show just to start. I was like, that's not happening when you start a Whatnot when you try to start a Whatnot following from scratch. And I did that. I mean, like, I had no Whatnot followers. I was very new to YouTube. I made a bunch of friends in the reselling community. You all came and supported me, which is the only reason I was able to do anything. But once I hit that certain goal that I was trying to hit, like, you guys have your own money that you need to spend on yourself and your own family, and you're not really interested in what I'm trying to sell. So once you guys stop supporting, I'm not saying like I want you to keep supporting. I'm saying, like, I was hoping that it would grow on its own, and it didn't. I was doing shows constantly on Whatnot, hour-long shows, and making $6 in sales, which do you know how much that equates to in actual profit? About $3 in profit. So
Yeah,
like,
man, that's
so now on District, I found that, like, if you just find a good platform inside of District to sell on, you have a better chance of having immediate success. But much to your point, like, finding a consistent amount of items that are, either the same type of item is really difficult. And then also, for me personally, like, I haven't even been doing shows on District because my average cost of goods is about $5, between $5 and $8 per item for pretty much anything that I buy, because I buy at thrift stores. So, like Roman said, you can't start, okay, I bought, silly example, I bought this for $4. I'm going to start it at $4. Well, if it only sells for $4, you're going to lose money.
that is
Now,
true.
if I would have bought this, at the bins and I paid 25 cents for it, I can start it at $2, because if it sells for $2, I make a profit. So there is a big curve to learning how to buy. It's learning how to buy for doing lives, I think, is the most important thing.
It
Yeah,
is
buy an entire storage unit for $50 and just
Yeah,
whatever.
that is true.
Pull
That
the
is true.
juicy bits for eBay and then whatnot the heck out of it. Right, Archie?
Yeah, the thing about it is actually, and I would say it depends also on location. Like I brought up, my brother currently, he's not, I talked to Travis about it a little bit on Facebook, but my brother has a full-time job and he's been buying storage units in Florida. He's in the Miami area. So he buys not just one, he buys 3, 4 units, and he has his own storage units where he actually stores his stuff. But the thing about storage units, it depends on an area where you live and how the bidding goes. Because I will put out a video about it maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. Because storage units are also very tricky. I mean, because I already know this, I've done it already many times. But like, so whoever tries to start it now and where they located and how many people have money to bid up the unit up very high, so that actually it becomes an issue where people get into this gambling type of addiction with units where they're just trying to win it no matter what if someone else bids on it, and just to kind of bring the bidding up, and they just don't want a unit at all, and that's what comes to mind. And sometimes you'll find a unit for $100, sometimes for 40, sometimes for 1,000. So it's like all depends, and some people get tricked into looking into units and seeing, oh, there are so many things in 10 by 20 unit. There are so many boxes, being stuff that we don't see on storage treasures where you bid unless you go live. I think live bidding, actually, live auctions are actually better in my opinion, because people can look up close when they open the door, and they can look closely compared to when you look at the pictures on storage treasures or locker nuts. So that's a trick about it. Like if you're paying $50 for the unit, you win this unit, and there's like bunch of stuff, like whatever it is, like stamps, like whatever, like crafts, clothing, that stuff for sure. I mean, it's gonna become not that much of a money for you. Like you can actually move that stuff, try to do live shows, live sale shows. But if you paid up, like with anything else, like you're paying up at garage sale or estate sale, auction house, I mean, it's becoming some kind of a gamble. I mean, it has to be what Anthony is talking about, which you can try. You can try to lose money. I don't think any of us are trying to lose money, right, Anthony?
No, I mean that was a big problem. And I'm not gonna lie. You know, you can chuck it in with the fact that I'm a scumbag, but I get very impatient. Like if you come into if I've had lives where, especially whatnot, my last, I mean we're on your show, so I'll say like my last whatnot auction. I think I constantly had people like somebody would come in. By the time I was saying hi, thanks for coming in, they were gone. And then like I was running item after item after item, and nobody was bidding on anything. I think I ended my last sentence on whatnot with, you know what, fuck this shit, and I signed off and never did it again. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Like now district, I never really had that much of a problem. There were times where I would just bring inventory. I'm like, okay, you guys don't like this stuff. I'll try again with new inventory and go and do another show, and that show does fine. But people are like, if you want to compare the two platforms, I think to start doing it on district is better. If you already have a major following and you can bring some of that following over to whatnot, you're better off doing whatnot. That's basically how I feel about it.
That's true. I
I
think
got something to chime in on whatnot. My friend, one of my first subscribers actually, and she used to do lives with Lonnie, and if you remember Justin at RVA and John Cincinnati Picker, she was part of that whole live, like whatever Brady Bunch, like we're doing here on a screen. And she currently is on whatnot, and she has 11.4 thousand followers on her channel, whatever. And she recently talked to me, and she only made like $26 over an hour sale, and she does just niche like costume jewelry and stuff like that. And she told me, she's like, dude, let me know how dip it goes, because I'm freaking frustrated off my ass. Yep. I mean, I keep getting invited to be part of these trains and everything else, but you know, it's just monetarily not worth it. I could be doing other things with my time. So just to mirror image what he was just saying about whatnot. So like she's telling me, you should do district Didbit because you have Kevin that'll help you promote your channel, and you can get started like that way and not have to worry about the learning curve and like giving away stuff for $2 each because I only have 5 people join my freaking first show or whatever it might be. Because my following is nowhere even near close to hers, and she's still only getting $26. Are you kidding me? I'll quit the first freaking time I try Whatnot. I'll be done with Whatnot my first show if I only made like $26. Kidding me?
Yeah, we've seen it here, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, just because it's not my business to share. But like, there's a friend of ours in the community. I mean, good following. I think she's up to like over, like you said, like 8,000 followers.
Yeah.
And I've been in set and shows with her, and she's not sold a thing. And I'm like, where are these 8,000 people that are following you? And that's the other thing. You don't actually, even on district, you don't accumulate your own individual followers as far as like somebody hits the button and follows you. It's mostly just about which platform, which rooms you're selling in, and that's how you sell your stuff. So like, you don't get into this false sense of security, like, oh, I have 8,000 followers, I should be good every time I come in. At least 10% of those people will come in. I'll get 800 people in every time I come in, and that doesn't happen. Like I've seen it so many times, and that's why like I really do, as far as like the other side of changing the channel name is to, like, you can't also listen to every single thing that every YouTube reseller tells you and take it as 100% truth either. Like,
no, man, that is true. Absolutely, of course you can't. That's not just with reseller. It's with any person. It's a reality of life. Let me say hello to B. Barb is here. B Picking is in the house. Barb, welcome. The better half of Woody. Barb, thanks for stopping by. We got Jack Treasures, my favorite YouTube channel, is in here, with Tracy and Brian, who are like furious storage unit buyers, like me. Brian, thanks for stopping by. Tracy, thanks for stopping by. And Brian put down a comment that truthfully, I think they are completely involved into not just Whatnot, they're also on district selling, doing lives constantly. Like, that's one of the examples that can be brought out from Jack's Treasures, who are more involved into live selling than anything in terms of platforms like eBay, or they still list stuff, but mostly, in my opinion, Brian, you can comment. I know that you guys are doing live selling. And I mean, for them, I mean, it is working out. They are both very entertaining people. You have to be, I think, Travis, I don't know if and you guys can talk in the chat about it. It's also, it's not about, if you don't have, in my opinion, if you don't have much of a following on any of those live selling platforms, you can actually, I think some people come over just for entertainment, for example. They're not there to even buy anything, which is kind of, Anthony, I think it's kind of true in a way, where they can like doing live right now here on YouTube. People sometimes just come for entertainment. They're not planning to buy anything. They're still there. There are people that just come over to buy something. There are people that just come over to buy person himself, not the product, which is also truthful for a lot of fans, right, Anthony?
Yep.
Which is, we can discuss those types of things, guys, because some people, like, if you have large followings, there are of course going to be people who love you so much that they will, even if they may not have so much money, they will still pay up for a product that is not worth that much, right?
Yeah, I've seen that plenty of times.
That happens, guys, but it's not gonna happen with most people. That's what I can tell you, which is truth. It can happen, of course, but I don't think it may happen with, for example, a lot of people, like, unless you are, and I'm not talking about popularity contest here. It is kind of depends on the situation, because I brought up the point before in a video where I talked about followers and people who like to follow certain people who just love, they're so much in love with the person, they disregard whatever they're looking at to buy. So if
Why do
they
I
like,
know who you're talking about?
it can be anyone. I mean, it's not just I know, but you know, we're not gonna do names because I don't like it.
Did
And
I say it?
yeah, I'm not gonna be dirty scumbag reseller right now yet. So
I'll
like,
drop names. I'll drop
so-
names right now.
yeah, so like if I'm gonna be on live selling platform selling this particular item, which is actually fire starter. Surprisingly, this was found in the storage units that I bought. I figured out it was a fire starter. So you just do this and it starts the fire to light it up. So if I put it on live selling platform with say like person comes over like what the heck is this? And you say it's a fire starter. So will it happen to me that someone will bid it up to $20? Most likely not. Right, Anthony? It's not gonna happen. But I mean, it's you have to still understand, guys. I mean, everyone. It's people are not, you know, it's not their fault that someone will just buy the product, pay up more for it, and buy it from them. Why is that their fault? It's not their fault. I mean, they're there to sell stuff. So we can all be like that. It's just the mindset has to be that way, in my opinion. You cannot push yourself out and say, well, I saw someone sell this thing and said like they bought it for $40. This thing only costs like $10. In reality, guys, that's the thing about it. In my opinion, it can be any person. But truthfully, that is understandable. People are fans. A lot of people are fans, and that's how world works. That's
Yeah.
kind of
So like I see here, I see Brian made $1,200 in 20 minutes on Whatnot, but you guys put the work in. You guys do a show every day. You do multiple shows each day, and have not naturally. You've grown your following. People know to always find good items that when you run a show. I'm talking about your average person will be lied to from a Whatnot from a other Whatnot reseller and be like, you can make all this money too. Just start running shows on Whatnot. And they're like, that doesn't work. That doesn't work when you first start. You got to grind. You got to grow it yourself. I mean, you're going to put as much work into growing a Whatnot following, a Whatnot community as you can, trying to build up a good eBay store. So it's like, how do you want to split your time? Do you want to do everything where you're getting rid of everything quickly, which honestly sounds like a dream, but can you find good enough quality items to get rid of that will consistently sell every time you go live? And I think that's really difficult. I mean, can it be done? Of course it can be done.
yes, it can be, man. That's the thing which we talked earlier about. Travis, for example, you mostly source. What are you trying to constantly source for?
Well,
Because
I've been chewing at the bit to ask, for one, how long it took Jack's Treasures to build up his following to where they would actually bid up on video game consoles to make that $1,200 in one show. Because, I mean, that's, for example, if I pulled all my 20 gaming consoles that I have, whether it be a Switch or old Nintendo or freaking Wii system or whatever, and I pulled out 20 of my consoles and I joined Whatnot right now, I guarantee you I'm not going to sell $1,200. I'm going to sell freaking $20 times 20. I'm going to sell, luckily, if I did, $400 if I'm lucky. I don't know, because I think that there'll be like 5 or 10 people that show up and that's it, because no one's marketing it really. I mean, I guess I would do vintage video games and hope that the algorithm picks me up, even though I'm brand new to their platform. So that's where I think the problem is. There had to be a buffer zone where he built up that following and people trust him and everything because they've done previous business with him and they've got deals or giveaways and all that type of stuff through Jack's Treasures. I'd like to know how long he's been actively building that platform to the point where he got to be able to sell 1,200 in one shot. That's amazing. I would love to do that. I'd drop everything right now if that was the case. But sadly, that's not the reality of it.
You know, the thing about it is, Travis, and I think people know because Jack's Treasures, they actually have been very active with YouTube, been posting videos nonstop, like me nowadays. But I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's that I think the way, because they do buy storage units and they also source at garage sales. They went, I think, I don't know if they went to or they're planning to go to 127. But I mean, the thing about it is that most of, like he said, 85% they do live selling. So mindset, see, that's the thing about it, guys. I think Anthony already knows because he's tried. I haven't tried. Travis haven't tried yet. Lisa haven't tried yet. But the thing about it, mindset is very important for live selling. Plus, if you can do, I think two people most likely would be most likely better in this situation, because if your mindset becomes like, say for example, I'm concentrating, like I'm talking about myself, I'm concentrating mostly on static, I'm concentrating on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, other platforms, sourcing specifically for that. Then you have someone else, like you have a wife, girlfriend, and they, like, you tell them, let's do that. I will source specifically for that person, for your wife or your girlfriend, for just doing whatnot or district. And I will find that inventory specifically for that. Then I will kind of separate the inventory that I statically list everywhere else. And then mindset changes. Then you become kind of, you spread it. You kind of decide, that's it. I'm going to source for not just static. I will start looking for things because I have someone else trying to help for live selling. In that case, most likely it may work out. It's not guaranteed, but it may work out to the point where you know you're not gonna be losing money on static selling because you're doing it you're still by yourself. But if another person does live selling, that kind of adds up to it. So you get added income right away. See, that's, I think, not a lot of content creators talk about, even though they do sometimes. I know there are some that actually talk about a little bit, but it's kind of helpful where you're not concentrating yourself on becoming like Brian Jack's Treasures, because him and Tracy, there are two of them that are doing it. So when they concentrate specifically for live selling, they get this inventory, they can handle this kind of situation where they're gonna be like, I am tired, let you do the show. Or Brian say, I'm tired, let Tracy do the show. Or Tracy, I'm tired, let Brian do the show. See, that's how they kind of work, because they're kind of working as a team, and it works out for them this way. But it doesn't work out, and I've said many times before with a lot of content creators, it doesn't work out like that for a lot of people. So you have to concentrate on where you're getting the money more. If you're getting more money on static selling and buying good inventory to just list statically, go ahead, do it. Because John and Jenna, by the way, Flipping and Easy, they're buying high-end type of electronics, high-end type of stuff. They don't do live selling like they've done it a little bit, but they kind of concentrate on what makes them more money the most, where they statically sell stuff on eBay, for example. And they've been doing it for a long time. Similar with me. I've been doing that type of static selling on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, other platforms also. So for me to kind of try to source for inventory specifically, my mindset has to be like, I know I have someone else helping, then I will do that. But if not, it's gonna be not an easy gig.
It's also very dependent on, you know, what type of inventory you find. Most items I find are good items to sell on eBay because people buy them on eBay. Like, you know, one of the first lessons I ever learned from Kevin, you know, when in doubt, part it out. I'll buy a Cuisinart blender and take all the parts out and sell the blade, and then sell the bowl and sell the lid, and I do very well.
There you go, Anthony. Or sell this.
Exactly.
No, this is from Ninja.
Yeah, exactly. And I just sold one of those recently.
It's actually $40, man. It's good money.
So, but the thing is, you go try to run that on Whatnot and see how much somebody's willing to pay you for that shit. Like, you're just not going to sell it. So
that's a mindset. That's what I was just talking. Man, that's the thing about it. If we're gonna sell, if I bring to Whatnot this thing or like district, do you think I'm gonna, guys? I'm gonna be selling this piece of from the Ninja blender. If anyone needs this right now, please bid on it. Like someone will have the same model and they need this thing.
And it's funny because it's worth $50 all day long plus shipping. But is it exciting? Is it, as Lisa would say, is it sexy? No, it's not.
Sexy.
It's not the type of item that's going to sell on a lot, and that's a lot of what my eBay store is. I find a lot of that type of item more so than I find video games or I find toys. Like I always look for that type of stuff, but that's few and far between compared to I can find Ninja blenders all day long, and make $50 every time I sell one. But I'm not going to sell that on a live sale.
Right, that's the thing about it, man. That's when you make a decision still. Is it for you to do live selling, or you want to try it? I may try it, maybe some, like, hopefully soon. I want to try it just for a heck of it, to see how it's gonna go. I know a lot of friends will come over, support me, buy something. Even this, if I'm gonna put this on live selling on whatnot, Archie probably gonna buy this, even though he's like, what the hell is this shit? He'll like buy it for like $20 maybe. But I mean, the thing about it is how many times those friends will stop by and pay, because people still need money, man. They cannot come over all the time and buy something from you, which we discussed already before. So they will stop by maybe like 2 times, 3 times the most, and buy something, maybe more. Who knows? But I mean, that's
I would say this. I would say, kind of like what you were talking about earlier. I would rather have a bunch of people that I know that are friends come in and watch a show and hang out and talk, or like be active in the chat, because there's nothing worse than starting a whatnot show and nobody is freaking talking and you're talking to yourself. But if you're at least able to have a conversation with the chat, that makes everything so much easier, which is one reason I love District comparatively to whatnot. People come in, they hang out, they might not be buying, but at least there's always conversation happening in the chat. And that's a lot of the mental load that needs to be taken off when you're doing live selling. Because if you run a live show and there's nobody coming in, or like I gave the example earlier, people pop in and it gives you a notification at the bottom of the screen, like, sorry, I'll just, because it's on the screen, Patrick Murphy joined the show, and you go, hey Patrick, and then Patrick is gone by the time you say hey. That'll mentally screw with you while you're trying to do shows.
Yeah, man, that's true. And Jack's Mr. Jack. I always kind of bring him up because he's the manager of Brian and Tracy. So Brian and Tracy bring up, like, you can tell. I mean, if you went to their whatnot shows, in reality, that's what it's all about. Like, people like to have some kind of stuff that I can tell, like, for sure. Video game stuff, that's understandable. For sure, like t-shirts, graphic t-shirts. For sure, most likely, knives, some kind of ornaments for Christmas. That kind of stuff that people kind of look for, compared to something like Blender, part from Ninja Blender, or some kind of strange electronic device, or like something similar to that, or hats also, another thing, hats. So the thing is, if you concentrate mostly on sourcing that kind of stuff, if possible, or if you buy storage units like they do with a lot of, they buy big storage units. So they need to get rid of that inventory to make their money back, because in their case, they are paying up for units in their area in Georgia. So but they are hustling all the time. There are 2 of them. It's easier when there are 2 of them, of course, which is understandable. Because, like, if Brian by himself would be doing without Tracy, he would be doing this kind of stuff, he's gonna be burned out. It's possible, right, Brian? Brian is like, stop putting me down right now. I'm gonna come over and beat you up.
And like, yeah. And that's the thing too about live selling, is like, live selling is really good. You find stuff that you think people will like, and it has to be things that people would want. Like, you can't sell that Ninja Blender cup on whatnot, because that's something that people would need, and people aren't shopping on live sales for stuff that they need. They're shopping on, like, I'm a big Power Ranger fan, so like I'm gonna go find in and search for Power Rangers on a whatnot show, and I'm gonna bid on the stuff that I find that I need for my collection, or that I want for my collection, because I don't need any of it. But if I need something, I'm gonna go on eBay. I'm gonna buy the replacement memory card for the camera that I need to make it function. I'm gonna buy the lid to the blender jar that I need because I want to make a goddamn margarita. Like, so
No,
it's very different type of sourcing you have to be able to do either or.
That is true. So that's why I think there is separation, and That's what it's all about, man. I think that you've done a good job, Anthony. You still, I mean, profit-wise and money-wise, yes, I think you're not alone there. I mean, you're not a lone person that have done live selling and lost money or was a negative profit, and you're not the first one. There are many people still doing it and lose money, in my opinion, to try to build their following this way. Is it for everyone? No, that's the thing about it. You have to be I think your mentality has to be a little bit different. And Big Bro is right. Also, you have to know your audience. And audience, I think, comes out when you're trying to move certain things that will attract that kind of audience. So if you're bringing video game consoles or like stuff like Funko Pops or any type of that kind of stuff that's popular in a way, or figurines or like some kind of vintage toys, that audience will come over. They will tell everyone else about it, their friends or whatever. They will know that you're gonna be bringing that stuff. But will you be able to consistently bring that kind of stuff? That's
You don't know what's in each storage unit, if you know.
It's possible.
And that's a big point too. Is, you know, let's just say, Travis, you know, you're saying like if I have a bunch of video game consoles, well, if you bought them all on a storage unit with, you know, 10,000 items in there, well, each one of those consoles costs you 10 cents. But if you went and, like I do, if I went to a yard sale and bought a Nintendo Switch, I'm probably paying $50, $80 for it. I need it to sell for 120. I'm not gonna run that on a live show because I'm not guaranteed to make that money back. And you do turn people off by starting items too high, which is the other problem. So like we've kind of found like the sweet spot is always to start everything at $2, but it's only really worth it if you know you've only got $2 to $5 in it. You can run that risk with, you know, a $3 risk if you, okay, it sold for $3, I paid $5 for it. All right, fine. But the next item I paid $5 for and it sold for $50, so it all evens out. But if you're paying up for good inventory like video game consoles, video game systems, you know, you can't afford to run shows where you're running the chance that you're going to sell 20 items for $20 a piece. And that's what, like, I would be afraid to bring inventory like that without a following.
Yeah, man, that's the thing about it. That's true. Travis, what do you think about it? I mean, Travis probably also, he said it himself. I mean, me personally too, man. I wanna, like, specifically, because I do buy storage units, I have certain things that I like, some baby clothing that I can try to bring, but it's not gonna be something
Picture of Roman selling baby clothes.
Yeah,
I know. I was thinking that one too. I'm like,
some kind
just
of
your description during the live would be like comedic value, man.
Yeah, man.
it's the thing you put on the butt. I don't know, and it just says the snap.
Yeah, it says just put it on your butt.
You got a baby, you know a baby. Everybody got a baby. You need it for the baby.
You need stuff for your baby, guys. So please bid accordingly.
My input on the whatnot situation was a lot of the people that I see that are doing a lot of like just rotating through inventory and doing pretty well. It seems like it's either like a 2-party system or 3-party, or they got a little support staff to help with all the listings and like handing off stuff and keeping things organized. I think
that's
one person, I'd be so overwhelmed, like trying to do 5 different things, and you're just brand new, so you're gonna screw it all up and then look stupid in your eyes on your first show, and then you'll just be like, "Fuck this, man!" Like that's where I think I'd be at. Because I just think that there's so much logistics going on when you have a support staff. Like I could start naming off. You got Rally Roots doing tons of stuff on T-shirts down in Florida. He's got, you know, an employee, plus he's got his wife. I mean, there's people there. I mean, you've got who else can I say? I mean, you got Harry Tornado. He's got his wife there. You've got anybody.
And they have an employee now because they've been doing it long enough to be successful enough to afford an employee. Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems like all the people that are doing good on whatnot have somebody to assist them. I haven't seen one person that's doing it solo that's making a killing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but tell me one person that's.
I think the only that comes to mind to me is Paul Philip Flipper, because
he has an employee too. He just talked about it in a video. He has an employee that does the mailing for him.
Originally he didn't. If you
Originally, he
remember.
did not. That is true. Originally, he did
Yeah,
not.
for a while he didn't, but yeah, now he's got somebody. So yeah, again,
And
you're right,
now
Travis.
and now he's more successful because he has that success threshold of being able to afford an employee. Now, he was already doing well based off of his following and bringing people in, and that's great. But not everybody can start off that way, and that's the big thing that I really try to tell people about doing live selling is like, do not start selling all of your eBay inventory tomorrow.
No, of course
because
not.
you're going to lose money hand over fist while you're building your following.
You have to do it smart, man. That's what I'm talking about. And Archie, by the way, is doing it by himself.
Archie is doing it by himself,
Forget
and
it.
he's doing
Yeah,
he's
don't
doing good.
forget Archie. Archie is he has done a good job. Archie looks at it differently. That's why he's bringing in. That's why he has built. I think Archie already built that audience that he's bringing stuff that is like right away stuff that you can probably put more of it on eBay. Because like Brian, I apologize and Tracy that I have not been at your live shows. I will try to visit one at least. They're actually telling the truth. I haven't been to their show, but I have not been at a lot of live shows, to tell you guys the truth, because I mean it's just there are shows all the time. Like there are so many content creators making live sales. There's like all over everyone. If everyone will have certain amount of time to go to every show, God bless you guys.
Yeah,
But,
Roman, if we had time to go to those shows, that would be if we had an employee to be doing the listing, to make the money to pay the electricity, to keep this all going. Yeah. I mean,
Brian,
my cats, it's $150 a month just for their food.
Brian, Tracy, I apologize, guys. It's difficult.
Have y'all noticed the trend on Whatnot where people that have a following are actually having like collections either sent to them or they're traveling to wherever they find a collection and they're working out like some sort of agreement with their following that whatever they sell, they get like 50%, even though they didn't have to go sourcing anything at all? Like for example, like someone that has a huge vintage t-shirt collection and you have someone like Ryan and Allie Rally Roots that are getting collections sent to them because from somebody that doesn't have a Whatnot following, and they're like, okay, we'll run it on Whatnot, but anything we sell, we get 50% of the sales. And they didn't have to go sourcing anything at all. They're just finding inventory to put on Whatnot without having to do anything, because someone that doesn't have any following or experience is trying to piggyback off their followers and they're set up already with getting so many people in their shows each time.
I wasn't trying to turn this into a back and forth with the chat. I feel bad, Brian.
No, don't worry, man.
I feel bad, Brian, but like it's not a fear thing. It's an experience thing. I've done live selling. I've done eBay. I enjoy both. But it all comes down to what is your cost of goods and how much time can you really put into it. So
yeah, that is absolutely true. That's why I'm telling you, man, you're gonna have to, that's a mindset. Brian and Tracy can tell you the same thing because they got experience in buying storage units for a while, like doing those live shows. So the thing is, it all comes down to a bulk of inventory that you're buying specifically in your mindset that you're gonna do mostly live shows. If you're not in that mindset, then you change this mindset to mostly aesthetic selling, because that way you don't worry about buying stuff in bulk. You're just worrying about finding good things that bring you more profit on static selling platforms. Or you can list them statically on Whatnot and District 2. But the thing is, will it sell there on those platforms? Who knows? So their mindset already, because since they're already committed into buying storage units and buying big storage units with a lot of stuff, so that's why for them it's commitment to do live selling. So their mindset already kind of settled on doing mostly live selling. That's why they're doing it nonstop. Some other people like me, like Travis, most likely right now, you, Anthony, even though you've done live selling already numerous times, and Lisa, for example, right now, like I'm not you know, like I said already today, I'm not in that mindset because I don't physically. It's truth, guys. I'm not lying. I physically cannot handle this much of things doing it on my own. It's too many things at the same time, and it's just kind of for me right now. It is kind of I start forgetting things already. Like I'm doing so many things at the same time that I make mistakes on static platforms. So that's the thing about it. Like everyone is saying, if you got help and you concentrating committed to finding inventory in bulk, to for someone else to do this part of your reselling business, more of it, then that's gonna work. Most likely may work out. Nobody knows. It depends on that person's personality. You may have a girlfriend or a wife that is like, oh, this is a can of Canada Dry. Yeah, I will start an auction for $1. Of course, like people are like, what the? There is no excitement. You know, you have to be like some kind of you have to be some kind of person that has oh, I have this cool t-shirt, guys, check this out. This is all graphic, all over print, and you know, you go with it.
That
And then
gets
you have someone
tiring.
like
That gets tiring really quickly.
Yes,
Well,
it really is an energy suck.
that's it's tiresome, but that's what I was just talking about. If I would be doing all this stuff right now, man, most likely my health, like Lisa would say, I will deteriorate, and most likely will say, I hate reselling now. I hate it. I hate all those resellers. That's what's gonna turn out to be because
I think every time I've ever done a live show, whether it be a good show or a bad show, I need a nap afterwards. Like
Yes,
you exert all that that energy into it, and like by the time you're done, like every single time I've always left, I'm like, I'm dizzy. I'm like, I haven't even moved from this spot. I don't know. I'm dizzy. I feel lethargic.
You've said that when you've cut the camera, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
I'm going to die. Like, Jesus.
Man, Anthony, but that's a good thing. You tried, man. I applaud you for trying at least. And it didn't, like, so far. I mean, and you're not alone, man. There are many people, there are thousands probably, that it's not, they are not seeing, like, it's not just their fault about it, you know, it's just how you buying inventory. Everyone is buying inventory differently. That's the thing about it. Travis, do you buy storage units?
Yeah, I've been chewing at the bit to tell you the hack that I've been doing down here in the Houston area for storage units. I basically created a circle of like a 5-mile radius. Well, for y'all, it might be bigger depending on how big the community is. But like I found every storage unit within 5 miles. I walked into the front door, found out who the manager was, and basically told them that I'm looking into they don't know what I do, but I'm getting into the storage unit game. And I know that they use either storage treasures. Here it's Locker Fox. You mentioned something else, Locker something else earlier in the live. But,
Locker Fox and Storage Treasures.
Yeah, those two. So whichever one they use, and I guess the rules are that they're allowed to open the door. They have to take a couple pictures to upload onto their platform before they do the listing, and they can't walk in. But what I'm doing is I'm basically bringing them food or whatever lunch, getting in good with these managers, and I'm letting them know what kind of stuff that I look for, such as vintage vinyl, video games, any type of collectibles. For me, a lot of NASA stuff because I'm in Houston. And they will, how do I say this? They don't get in trouble because let's say they take the obligatory 4 pictures, but they accidentally didn't take a picture exactly of all of the video games that were stuck in the corner because they knew that Travis that they just met would probably want a video game unit because that's what he's into or whatever. And so they'll shoot me a text and say, hey, these units are coming available. I saw video games. And then I have like a working agreement with them where, if I end up winning the unit, then whenever I come to pick up my stuff, I'll also bring you like a lunch gift card or something like that.
I knew you were greasing them somehow.
I know. So they have a perk because it's going to sell no matter what. If it's me or whatever, their company's going to sell it. They're going to get their money. But for me, they get an added bonus of not only doing their job, but they get something kind of under the table that is as a thank you. And that's been working out pretty well, guys. So basically, I'm cherry picking these storage units, and they're letting me know which units to not bid on and which ones to bid on based upon what they see in them when they take the photos.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's actually good points, man. Because the store, like, it's very tricky, guys. It's they know perfectly well Jack's Treasures, Mr. Jack videos on YouTube. Brian and Tracy discussed it many times, and they know it already also that those storage unit games, what you see from the big content creators with storage units especially, it's a lot of it. Some of it is true, but there are many that doing it specifically to bring views and content and get subscribers and stuff, which is their business model. And they get those subscribers, they get the views, and there are many content creators like that that just put something in a storage unit to bring the views. They do it this way. Nobody truthfully, will do it this way unless they chosen to do it this way. So it's all those types of situations. But storage units, it's not always like you're buying storage unit and most likely there's gonna be at least 70 or more % garbage. That you
And see, that's my thing with storage units. It's not that I don't have the energy to like maybe buy a 5x10 or even a 10x20. All right, y'all, I'm sorry. I am terrified of bugs. It's not with the crap, it's bugs, mice. I mean, that's my thing. Everybody talks about getting the good stuff. Well, all I keep hearing in my head is you're going to lift something up and it's just covered in mouse poo or whatever, look great from the outside, but then you start lifting it up and it's cootified. Yeah, that's right. I said that.
Yeah, see, Travis, Brian is saying be careful with what you're doing, Travis. Online storage units platforms will block you super fast for doing that. I don't know if that is something that you were thinking about. I don't know if that's true.
If they were to find out, I don't know who, like the manager of the complex, it doesn't matter if they sell it to me or whoever, but how would the platform actually find out what I'm doing unless I piss off the manager and not give them their, McDonald's gift card or whatever I want to give them?
Well, Brian and Tracy, don't tell nobody.
We'll talk about these YouTube ideas. You send me a McDonald's gift card because I want to get a Big Mac after we're done this show anyway.
Anthony, after the show is done, man, get everyone please some pizza, man.
Yes, I'm ordering everybody in the chat. I'm ordering you Domino's.
Alex,
what you want.
Man, Alex Beer King Picker wants some pizza. By the way, guys, let's talk about Greenville, which is coming up a little bit. Meet up again, and by the way, Lisa and Anthony will be attending Greenville, Tennessee.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. See, there you go. Guys, that's very important to mention that we got 2 people in this live that will be attending the Greenville, Tennessee meetup, which is going to be happening in the end of September. And I am sponsoring it also. So I'm one of the sponsors of the meetup, one of the sponsors that will not be attending.
Somebody dropped the link, Alex. Alex is real good about that.
Yeah, actually, Anthony, let me find it because I did have it somewhere on my screen before and I closed it. So, Anthony, if you have it, you can drop the link.
I'm not gonna mess with this little ecosystem I have here in StreamYard and mess with anything.
Him on his phone, guys. He better not touch anything. It's not going to go well.
Yeah, I'm dropping the Facebook page right here. You guys can, if you, I know Brian and Tracy are going to. I just dropped the Facebook page for the Greenville, East Tennessee Reseller Meetup. It's going to be from September 26th till September 28th in Greenville, Tennessee, guys. So
it might be longer. Some people might get left behind or drunk and fall in a gully and never be seen again.
Some people already waiting. Ben is already waiting, guys. He's currently preparing his house for a lot of guests. So if Ben is lurking, Ben, I know, man, that it's tough for you to kind of not be around. I don't think Ben is lurking today. Ben doesn't know that I changed the channel name. So he's like, who the hell is Reseller Live? I haven't heard about him yet.
Yet.
So anyway, guys, it's gonna be a lot of interesting personalities attending meetup. Archie will be there. There's gonna be Ben is going, Alex is going.
Mike Mecco is doing meetups, correct?
And who else is going? Let's see, guys. It's very important for us. Mary McQueen is going. Mike Metko is going. So you're gonna have Travis. Are you going, man, to the East Tennessee?
Is this the first time you've heard of it?
This is I've heard of the Nashville Reseller or whatever, but I never heard of this before. So this is all new to me.
Yeah, man.
Same one.
Travis, have you been to? I haven't seen. Did you go to any meetups before, man? Because I haven't.
I've met up with a few resellers just on private when I'm traveling through their state or whatever, but I have not physically gone to like Vegas or Tennessee or any of these yet. It's on my agenda. I want to. I think it's part of networking. I think that's what your success, if you're going to really take this serious, is networking and people knowing what you do and what your niche is and all that, and finding deals that way. That's part of the game. So I need to be getting out more.
Yeah, man, it's an interesting situation because Brian and Tracy, who have attended every meetup there is so far, I think the most were attended by Mike Metko. Mike is a great guy. He's been, helping organize, and he actually promotes a lot of meetups, a lot of lives, a lot of, podcasts, channels. So Mike and Mary are a great team that formed into this Mike Metko Meetups channel. They do interviews on their channel also, guys, as you know. So they have done an amazing job, and thanks to them, that they are actively involved in the community and trying to promote a lot of people and meetups. So thank you, guys, if you are watching. I know that since this is a new YouTube channel, we don't have a lot of viewers again. But guys, that's how life is. You change the channel name, and then nobody knows who you are again. So
well, they'll find you again. They'll follow the smell, Roman.
You have to start. See, Anthony, that's how it is, man. You have to start all over again. And then you change your channel name, and you have to start.
I was debating on that, whether to keep the Dragon Masters Finds channel up and then do a new channel, or I just ended up. I was like, screw it, I've already got 400 subscribers. I'll just let them all know that the name of the channel has changed. Hopefully they keep watching.
By the way,
doing content.
Did you lose any subscribers after you changed?
I lose like a subscriber a week, I think, just from being inactive.
They're like, what the hell is dirty scumbag resellers doing over here? We love resellers. How dare?
Yeah, exactly.
You're a dirty scumbag now.
I know that like channels that I watch consistently will not reply to my comments, and I've had a couple comments deleted because like I don't think that they don't know it's me. Like they have no idea. So like
they think you're a troll now, and you're just like out
and about. They think it's a troll account.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, Anthony, not a lot of people, with reputation.
Which is fine. It's fine. The news will get out eventually, especially after Tennessee. I have my stickers and everything made and everything, so people will be able to find me from that. And like I said, I'm gonna start doing. I just finally got a new chest mounted camera. So I'll be starting to do recording and stuff more often, and I'm gonna probably put it off until I go to Tennessee, and then I'll start trying to ramp back up on doing content.
Man, it's okay, Anthony. You. I think with your mentality, man, you're gonna grow with this channel because people have to have some kind of mindset about certain humor part of reselling. It doesn't have to be so much seriousness in it. A lot of channels nowadays talking about AI, list easier, list really easier, all those things. Man, this artificial intelligence stuff along with Labubu. I mean, Labubu is already overtaking all the graphs in terms of popularity, It was in like
I'm just glad you don't have one shoving it at the screen.
I was waiting for it. I thought it was going to have one.
If you guys watched Pete Craiglis Hunter video, by the way, about the situation with Labubu, that was crazy. I read the comments that people left him about this Labubu situation because he showed one of his employees had this Labubu thing on his keychain, and there are a lot of. I knew that it's worth some money, but after I checked on eBay for how much those Labubus are selling. It's like crazy, man. It's like some of them go for like $500, or some like even more, some less. Some of them are fakes. Most of them can be faked.
Most of them are fakes, which is why I'm like, I won't even touch them. I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother.
This sounds to me like familiar. I don't know. Beanie Babies.
Man, Lisa, I'm telling you, every time some kind of novelty item comes out, like Anthony, what you need to do to bring up your live selling platform up is just find a bunch of fake Labubus, man, and just start selling them. Like, I got a Labubu right now. I got about 100 of them. Let's start an auction for $50.
I wonder who's going to run off to Alibaba when they come off this live and go check out how many Labubus that are fake on Alibaba to have them shipped over here and throw them up on Facebook? That's my question.
Well, by the time they'd arrive, it'll be on to the next craze.
All right, guys,
2 years ago, it was Funkos.
Guys, if you start listing Labubus on live selling, this is not a Labubu. That's not a Labubu, guys. Do not
that one's still holding its value.
Do not try to mistake this guy with a Labubu. So don't put him up on eBay as a Labubu to just make some money.
That's worth pretty much as it is.
Yeah, that guy, I think Labubu doesn't have anything against Eneman. And Eneman is like, there is no way Labubu will overtake me ever. So guys, do not do that, because if you start selling Eneman and putting in the title it's a Labubu, that's gonna be over. eBay will take down your listing, say it's a fake, it's a fugazi.
Labubu with specialized carrot head.
I think if you send Eneman to like Alibaba, like Travis is saying, and just put a name underneath, says Labubu, they will make it for you.
We need to make this a drinking game. Every time Roman says Labubu,
yeah,
I think he just likes the way it feels coming off his lips.
When I heard it the first time, Lisa, I was laughing at this name. I was like, "What the hell? What is this world coming to right now?"
I actually only found out about it from a post on Facebook. Somebody in one of like the local reseller groups that I'm part of in Philly was like, my granddaughter wants to sell these Labubu and she wants like $600. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing?
And then I learned it because Anthony was saying, what the fuck is it? You got to go check these out.
So I went on eBay and typed in Labubu and I'm like, 500, 600, 700, 1,000. I'm like, what the hell is this thing?
Man, I'm telling you, it was like the state of shock when I learned about them about like months and a half ago. But I was thinking maybe it's some kind of joke, some kind of names that someone made. But then when I discovered that it's a real freaking plush that was made in China or somewhere in Asia, and it's like some kind of monster, and I just kind of thought, man, the world is changing really fast on us. It was some kind of Labubu.
I thought they were the little characters from Where the Wild Things Are, like the kids book, and I was like, and then I did the research on it. It was funny too, because then I deep dived into it, and like the one that the lady had was like, she wanted $600 for it, but that one was only worth $50. But if it was the same exact one, but it had a red nose instead of a brown nose, the red-nosed one was worth $600. I was like, oh my god, I can't do this.
No, man, you have to be careful with them. If you find them anywhere, make sure they have some kind of authentications that you have to go through to make sure it's real. Because if you're gonna sell it on people who actually collect those, it's like craziness, man. People who collect certain things, they have so much freaking money. They can give us money, man, to like supplement our reselling business instead of buying freaking Labubus for like thousands.
I think the thing about them, from what I understand, and again, it's very limited knowledge, is that they come in a box, and so it's like a mystery pool type of thing. So you're just always trying to pull the chase one, and so like you don't know what you're getting when you buy it. So you have to find the rare variants. Those are the ones that are worth money. But like I have in my local shopping mall, like there's entire stands like that sell Labubus, and I'm like, I don't trust that either you didn't order them off of, like you said, like AliExpress or Alibaba or Temu. I'm like, I'm not buying any of these things. I'm like, not wasting
Man,
my
that's
money.
that's the most ridiculous. Man, I can tell. That's what happens, Anthony. You see, we talked about it today many times. You bring you if you build up your YouTube channel, God given man, and you have personality to do that. You can eventually it's gonna turn into like see that's the thing about it. You have to be all over social media. Like are you a person that is like I will be all over social media. I'll be on Facebook constantly, Instagram, YouTube, all over the place, like TikTok, whatever. Like Brian and Tracy, for example, they originally were not even involved in any communities. They were like whatever. We were like resellers. We just do our thing like a lot of thousands upon thousands resellers do everywhere. And they decided, let's try out this YouTube, see if we can build followings that way. We're going to be on Instagram, we're going to be on like other social media platforms. And they've been posting on YouTube kind of like nonstop. Like, does it give them a lot of views on their videos? Not yet, but they are still doing it and still doing it and still doing it. I think like it's not like realistically will change something unless eventually you may get a video that may jump out of all of a sudden and you will get a viral video and then you may bring those types of followers. But in reality, will those followers be there just for that one video that you made? And do you think they will all come down and start buying in bulk from your live sales, live shows? Most likely not. But if you do it nonstop, maybe there is a chance. But at the same time, like you said, you will be losing money. Now, large population of people which have normal brain, they will kind of think about it. Why the fuck am I doing this live selling show when I'm in negative profit constantly? So they'll think like if you're smart, you're not gonna keep doing it because you think, man, I need to pay the bills, I need to buy stuff. I'm losing money here. What am I doing? It's stupid. So you kind of start thinking, I was making money on static selling. Should I just continue with that? Because why do I do that? And it all still comes down to mindset of like, do you what are you trying to do with everything? Like, do you try to put more energy and time into trying to build up social media, try to get money that way? If you're trying to make like more buy good inventory like Pete Craigslist Hunter does, he talked about it. He finds, but he has of course his shop and stuff and employees also, and it's not about it, it's just the quality of stuff. He's not concentrating on listing $5-10 items on eBay, for example, which is in my opinion, in his situation, it is correct way. When you are working from home and you basically don't have a shop or warehouse, then yeah, you can buy those things in bulk, list those $10-20 items in, like, it's gonna take you a lot of energy. You're gonna keep listing all day. Eventually, it's gonna sell. But with live selling, I think it's a completely different mentality and mindset where, in my opinion, you do need some kind of help with this situation because you're gonna be burned out, man. It's you're not gonna be able to concentrate specifically on anything. You will just gonna start doing a lot of things, and that will basically completely tell you like, no, I'm not. I'm doing something wrong. I need to concentrate on something that brings me money. Some place where I get consistent income and which brings me a certain amount of profit. And that I think is smarter way than just for a hell of it, just let's lose money on live selling and just see how it's gonna go. But in Archie's case, man, which Archie has been doing, he's been just putting eBay type of inventory on live selling and seeing what is happening and it's been selling. I don't know the value. I didn't compare like comps on stuff that sells for certain.
Oh, I've messaged him. I'm like, why are you selling this on here when you could have sold one for the exact amount of money you sold everything for? But the fast nickel over slow dime. He wants that fast money. And
what do you think about it, Travis? Do you think I think it's a smart way to stick with something that brings you at least money to make some kind of income?
I think that the silver lining for me is to bring exposure to like Anthony, you're trying to build your YouTube channel. like I think that there's a benefit of like going on Didbit or District and getting that promotion from some of these larger Commonwealths and AHD and all that type of stuff, where you get that exposure to people that are in our arena that watch YouTube all the time, etc. So there's a benefit of, you know, it's okay. I only sold it for $2 or $3, but I gained 10 subscribers that I didn't have, which are going to watch my videos, and I'm going to build you know, ad revenue from that too. So there's a certain give or take that I think that people have to keep in mind. But for me, like I just want to get exposure and get rid of some things that's why I'm contemplating doing it. Like vintage plush. I think I have like 50 items. I could probably start it, and I don't give a crap, and start it at $2 and see what people want to do. Like I might do that as a show just because I could ship it pretty easy in those poly bags and not care. It's not going to get ruined or anything. My priority is I feel bad when people jump in like, oh, I got to say hi to somebody before they freaking jump out. Otherwise, they're going to think that I'm a dick or a prick or something. Like, I don't want that.
Travis, that's it, man. They're not going to like you anymore.
Like, if I don't acknowledge someone's existence, I'm all of a sudden they're going to forget about me and maybe unsubscribe because I'm just, not commending them for jumping in my live or something. I don't know. I don't want to upset anybody, but when you're doing 10 things at once because you're brand new and you're freaking out and you're going to screw it up, you're not going to run it perfect, obviously. So I don't know. It's kind of like you got to do the pros and cons on it.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's absolutely true, man. That's the thing about it, man. I can tell you that wherever you're getting more income and profit from, I think, in my opinion, you should at least stick to that particular plan because it have done it for you for many years. And if you try to, like Alex Beard King Picker was just saying, his wife is currently helping him with his reselling, and that's good. I mean, that way he can at least try to, his mindset will be like, oh yeah, now I can kind of, expand this business into live selling more, because she will most likely be helping him with that part of his business. And in their case, it will most likely work out this way, because you never know how it's gonna work out. Will that person be entertaining enough or whatnot or not, or live selling, or is that people bring people who will like to buy? So no, it's a lot of unknowns. And I mean, if you don't spend, like Anthony always says, if your inventory is cheap enough where you can keep losing certain amount of money for at least, I don't know, a month, 2 months, to just for that person who is doing
gain the following,
keep learning about it, like doing it nonstop, and see, maybe it's gonna catch on, and it's gonna be successful. Nobody knows until they try. So that's the thing about it. That's like we're talking about money. We're not playing games, of course, here. I mean, it's like you going to casino and like, I'm gonna put down like $200 on this poker game. We're like, you're serious spending money there. You're not like saying, oh, let me just throw those money away like those millionaires. Some of them like spend money on crazy shit. They don't care about it because they know they get a lot of money. So it's the same thing. So that's in my opinion. But like Travis is right. I mean, that's the thing that brings people to a lot of channels that have been around and been on social media nonstop. Like you live, like Kevin, he lives there. I mean, who else is like a lot of? I mean, there are a lot of. It might be right now. Actually, I just checked recently. There are a lot of content creators that stopped doing content completely. They just stopped. They had full-time jobs. Maybe like they just decided the channel, whatever, it's not growing. What's the point of keep doing it, right? But I'm stubborn. I'll be keep doing it. Doesn't matter. I'm like that. But like there are many people who have done YouTube consistently since like 2018 and constantly put out videos. I can tell you there may be thousands. We're not subscribed to a lot of them. And we talked recently with Anthony about certain channels not being part of a community at all. And they have a lot of subscribers, like Vic from Flipping Junk, Thrift School. I forgot his name. He's been doing consistent content for many years. You know, there's like many names you can think of like that are still doing it. Pro Picker does it nonstop. There's like, you know, that's the thing about it. If you're willing to do all this stuff and keep being on social media, disregard all this hate, right? Like people on Facebook, Kevin will post like some kind of post like this guy called a reseller piece of shit, you know, or you're a piece of shit, or you're whatever. All the bad words that those haters can come up with. But he knows at the end of the day, he'll make money on it. So he may care, he is most likely angry, but he is there to make money for his family by doing this kind of work, to do this kind of stuff. Will you be able to hold you? Me personally, no. I'm very emotional. I will curse the fuck out of it.
To bite my tongue. I don't know. Probably not. I do like trolling people too. I like the arguing back and forth. Actually, it's part of the entertainment value.
Man, I know, but that's the thing about it. That's a lot of people.
I do it on their posts, and I'm like, nah, I don't think that, you know, so and so is a piece of shit. I was like, you sound kind of like an idiot though for posting that you think they're a piece of shit.
Wow, look who's here. Eureka Franklin in the house. We had Eureka. Thanks for stopping by. Just 2 days ago to see what your last live show was. Psychic, much love. Good to see you all. Eureka Franklin, our long-time follower. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you're doing good. But like I said, the thing about it, man, you have to have this personality within yourself. Care less about comments from people that will go after you, go after your wife, go after your family, call your kids some kind of crazy names, call like every time. Look at content creators with a lot of subscribers, man. This is crazy when you go into their comments. It's like it's the people completely gone off the rails, man. Like they have nothing fucking better to do than constantly like call them names, curse at them when they go to yard sales. I talked to Anthony recently. I said, man, there are so many crazy people in the world. You never know what one of those people can do. Like they can harm the person physically, and that has been happening in Hollywood with people. You know, people are afraid sometimes. They don't fucking know who is after them. And
I used to get worried about that. And we would say it in the comment sections and stuff too. Like, and you know, it's so long ago now. I don't know if things have changed or not. But like, I would be watching like Kayla and Matt, and you know, they're getting the haters talking in the chat, and like, there would be people be like, you probably shouldn't show your license plate. Like, people can reverse engineer, search up your license plate and find out where you live. Like, you got to be more careful than that and stuff like that. Kind of like what you're saying now. Like,
it takes.
People will stalk you and shit.
We talked about it. It takes one really crazy person, one really crazy person to completely divert your life. Completely. It's not just by just a little bit. Completely diverted. And that's the thing. That's why resellers out there who constantly on social media, who make a lot of content, who is constantly in the Facebook groups, all over social media, Instagram, TikTok, posting posts, comments, in the current world, man, with all the hate that's already out there all the time, because the world is currently very divided with just everything there is. And people just hate it so much that they're successful people. They just, it's like burning fire. They just come out and constantly, you know, here's Woody. Woody!
Oh,
what's
Woody
up,
Pop.
man?
I don't know what's going on. I've been fighting this stupid thing for, well, anyway. I about quit, but I got it working.
Woody, nice to have you here, man. Travis,
Yes.
this is
Great to see you again.
Travis, this is Woody, Reselling with Woody YouTube channel. It's he's from Oklahoma. So Travis is close to you.
All right, not too bad. I go to WinStar sometimes.
Yeah, WinStar Casino.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Ninnekah, so you know where Ninnekah, Oklahoma is?
No, I have a good friend though up there. Bobby, the cap guy. I don't know if you know.
I'll be back, guys.
Channel.
Yeah, we was
Roman
actually
quit his own
talking
show.
about. doing some kind of a meet and greet here in Oklahoma at some point. I haven't got it all figured out yet, but maybe by next year, I'll have my ducks in a row.
Oh, not bad. Oklahoma's a good. I mean, he's told me good stories about the sales there. It's not as competitive natured as like Florida or something.
Yeah. Here, where I'm at, it's kind of sporadic. We just did a 3-day, 10 hours each day at 103 degrees yard sale to get rid of stuff out of this locker that we bought that was a freaking piece of junk. I mean, we really found some good stuff out of it, but we bought $50 lockers and they were good, and then you get a you pay $500 for one as this piece of junk, and you just struggle to make your money back and then start gaining on it. But we did today. We made, I think we was upwards, it's inching on 1,000, but it's still a lot of work and it's hot,
You know what I've been doing lately for that situation, and I don't know if maybe you've already done this, but there's a lot of Facebook groups where you can log into your area and, like, I don't know, like for example, your city, and it'll be like cost nothing, free basically. And these groups, there's people that are part of it, and they constantly will look for it. And whenever I win a storage unit or have a storage unit, that I cherry pick all the stuff that I can sell or flip on Facebook or sell on eBay. All the rest of it, I wanted to disappear because I got to get my deposit back for cleaning out the thing. I just post, got a new storage unit, got to move out, everything's free, come get it. And
all right,
and then let them do the work for me. I don't have to pay any disposal fees or go and take whatever, how big your unit is. I'm not sure, but that's something that really works quick. If you want to just get the inventory, get the stuff that's the good stuff, and then people want stuff for free and they'll do the work for you.
Yeah, we found some good stuff in these lockers. I kind of shied away after this last one because we're really struggling to get that money back. And I called it the hooker locker, or well, actually, we've had a couple of those.
Woody loves his game.
You could even smell the titty bar in it. I'm just saying,
man. As long as you can smell it, man, it's all good.
Oh, I got a woman in the house. I apologize, Lisa.
I've been around you guys long enough. It's okay.
There's no filters with me, so
that's okay, Woody, man. You know how it is on this life, man. Our reputation is already ruined, man. We cannot compete.
Yeah, it's long done. Don't worry about it.
Man, don't worry about it. You have to speak out sometimes because people are so afraid for their reputation nowadays that they're like, will take all the bad stuff, comments, like people will curse at them. They're like, oh, thank you, our subscribers, for cursing at us. Thank you. Man,
I'm glad to see everybody back on here. That's pretty cool. And you guys, are you going to start doing these regular again, Roman?
I will try, man. We just talked with Lisa today. Like, Sarah, man, the thing about it is that I would love to and try to kind of do it at least somewhat every other week, maybe. Because the thing about it is, man, that you know yourself, man. You've done lives a lot, and it's kind of it's fun. But you can do so many things like listing and doing some other reselling stuff, especially on a single income like us, man, that we kind of try to complement a lot of fun within the reselling community itself, because a lot of people do it very consistently, and a lot of them don't make much money at all, or don't make money whatsoever on YouTube.
I don't think it's about really making money for a lot of us. It's just about the commodity and being around the other resellers and just the BSing with each other. At least to me it is. And I don't give a flipping rat's butt about anything else. Now I'm running like I'm fixing to start a third channel, and I'm struggling with the other two because I've had a lot going on in my life right now. Lost my dad in February. I lost my 26-year-old grandmother, and those things. So it's hard to get back on track and kind of get focused on what I need to be doing,
That's true, man. That's why we decided. We talked with Lisa today, and I told her that it's going to be in the form of open mic, because I enjoy, like Scott Bearded Picker does it when he has his group of people come in every time he's doing his lives, and everyone talks about different things. It's kind of more fun than, you know, like specifically bring a guest. Like I originally, it was also not bad, you know, which is kind of interesting to just interview people, see what they think about different things. But when you have open mic situation, when people come over from different walks of life, different situations with reselling, it's kind of more fun in my opinion, you know.
Yeah, it's all this reselling thing, it's all a game. I mean, it really is. You just play the game and things change and you change with it or you die out. And that's what's going to happen. And,
That is absolutely true, man. That's why there is currently a lot of stuff changing. AI, that's artificial intelligence, eBay listers, the stuff that people talk about. Like I talked to some people locally here, resellers, that without any, of course, following social media and stuff, what they think about AI and stuff like that. They're like, whatever. I mean, we're still gonna do our listings like we used to do before. If we trust AI to the point where we know the listing will be at least somewhat the way they want it to be, because you know everything we buy, most of it is used. Some of it has flaws. Some of it has some kind of damage. So will you be trusting AI to just perfectly say like there is this damage right there, there is this damage right there? Will it be pointed out in the listing, in the description? Who knows? Maybe it will eventually. So I mean, and it's for me personally, I haven't used it yet. I used it on Poshmark because Poshmark actually does it from a picture when you scan, like it scans the photo and it gives you the title and description. And some of it is I read it. I mean, it's matches, but I mean, if it has some kind of stains or flaws, it doesn't say anything about it unless you will edit it and put it in there. So I don't know.
right.
Maybe it's my personal opinion. Travis, did you try the artificial intelligence yet?
No, but I've been told, my friend that I already mentioned earlier that has the Whatnot following, she told me to get the phone app, Chat GPT or something, and she says that I'm going to like it. So I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to give it a go on my first opportunity, I think, because she's swearing by it. So I've only heard good things.
Yeah, people. Some people who try different ones. There is like I think the ones that you have to pay for, of course. It's similar to like the what is it, List Perfectly, which is different type of situation, or Vendu. I mean, people pay for convenience to cross list. People pay for convenience for AI lister. So eventually, Anthony, people will start not doing anything. We'll give
I mean,
it
that's
all
the
to.
dream, isn't it? Eventually, just take a damn one picture and then something comes in and does all the rest of the work for
I'm
you.
telling you, man, if that kind of thing, if it will start pointing out all the freaking flaws and damage, then that's it. It's gonna be complete game changer, man. You just will just take a photo and that's it. It will write down everything and describe. That's it. Next.
You know, if we don't keep up with the AI, we're going to get behind. Well, really, because I'm using it for writing music. You know, using my lyrics, and you just basically can input commands on how you want it to sound, and the same with my other channel. It's all AI type stuff, most of it, and you know, it's crazy that it's weird to learn because you know I grew up in the late '70s and '80s, so I'm trying to keep up with it. I don't want to be the technological Nimrod or idiot, I guess. I don't know, but I got to try to keep up with it because I don't want to fall behind so much that I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what it's a new generation right now, man. They're kind of already involved in this whole situation with AI. It's not just reselling.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it will go into all types of industries. Like even I'm afraid when it's gonna go into medical, which is already is there. When it goes into medical altogether, man, oh man, it's gonna create some craziness. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like people will come in like they will be talking to a robot instead of a person. You know, it's gonna come down to this because like with the future and how wait even in the restaurants right now, you come to certain restaurants, there's also robots like riding already. They come out from the kitchen, bring you food. So
Yeah. So, Anthony, do you touch on any AI or anything, or do you do any of that?
I mean, I do list my eBay stuff the lazy way. I just hit that AI button, let it write the description because I don't have time. I
Well,
either do one. I know she yells at me all the time. I
the
either do one.
description on the AI, you can do that, but you always need to proofread it too,
You gotta proofread
because it makes mistakes.
You got to proofread it, but like, my descriptions are either written by AI or it's like this is tested, used, and it works, and then I just move on.
Oh yeah,
that's what happens. And Poshmark, the thing about I can tell you, Woody, is that for Poshmark or Mercari, for example, I care less about the situation because of eBay buyers are very peculiar about things, and as you guys know, most of them are crazy. Like not most of them, but percentage. Compare to Poshmark or Mercari, where you will take a photo. Actually, it will put up description and photos, and it's all done. And I can tell you, for the time I've been selling on Poshmark and Mercari, there was no issues. Like people buy stuff, nobody's returning anything. It's just perfect system. On eBay, it's different because of there are certain people that small percentage of the trying to take advantage of their stupidity that eBay created themselves, and they're kind of attracting those types of buyers, scammers, because they basically are not losing anything. If they wanna scam you, they're gonna scam you. They will get their money back anyway, and you will get your money back, but you will spend your precious time trying to prove your point that someone scammed you. And that's basically for them. They're not gonna spend the time as you are as a seller. They say
yeah.
whatever, we'll get our money back anyway, and that's it. They're gonna go about their life. But you as a seller, yes, it's a lot of stress because you need to get, especially if it's an expensive item. I mean, you're gonna be like constantly trying to get the money and prove your point, win, try to appeal it and stuff like that. So that's the thing about it. Or if you spend like $1 on it on a cheap inventory, you may not care about it. Who knows?
Well, everybody, I just want to stop in for a minute. I'm real tired. That heat took it out of me these last 3 days, and I just wanted to see the mic sound is okay with you and everything, and I got everything working. Drivers updated since this last Windows 11 update. I guess it screwed everything up, but
Man, Woody, Barb, appreciate you guys as always for support of this channel. Woody, I did change the channel name again. It's now Reseller Live, which actually I think in my situation, Reseller Live as my life is actually completely coordinates to the name now. Because I mean, for me right now, my life throughout the years of reselling is just became a life of a reseller life.
That's
So
all we do.
Can
Yep.
someone drop the links to both of their YouTube channels so we can subscribe? That would be awesome.
Yeah, man, I'll drop the link to Woody and also Scumbag Reseller. Anthony. By the way, guys, Woody, here is guys, if you subscribe, please subscribe to Travis also. If you're not, I'll drop the link for Travis YouTube channel, Bartermania. Check out, he's been around for a long time. Very, very prolific reseller, knows about very interesting things, collectible stuff, vintage stuff. So that's good. So
He gets some real eye candy, strange things down where he's at. Texas does make him bigger, the deals and the goodies.
yeah, so please subscribe to Bartermania, guys. And here's Woody and Barb reselling with Woody channel. And Woody has different channels, but I'll drop the reselling channel. I think Woody, if you want, you can drop your other channels in the chat, in the comments. Here is reselling with Woody channel. Here is dirty scumbag reseller channel, which is Anthony. I think, man, I told Anthony in the beginning when he told me that's actually should not be, thinking twice about what you're doing, man. Look, I changed my channel name instantly. I didn't need to think about it for many days, weeks. I mean, the thing about it, that's how you need to do it, man. If you think about stuff too much, it's gonna create a lot of headache for you. Here's Anthony.
Yeah, that dirty scumbag. Yeah, Anthony changed his name too.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I like it. I mean, if he starts putting out when he goes, when he goes to the meetup in Tennessee, he will actually promote it there, and people who will be attending they will subscribe for sure, and especially with stickers and stuff like that, he'll catch on onto that because his explanation about the situation is perfect. I mean, that's what he is trying to like brings the point. Here's Lisa's channel.
Why? Anybody wants to see me, they just look under your butt.
Yes, just try to not look under anyone's butt, please.
Well, you know, everybody, at some point in the near future, if you don't mind, Roman, I'm going to be getting I don't know if it's too soon for another one, but I'm going to try to do the Retro Resellers podcast. And I got one of my good friends, Shay, that we was in a band for 30 years together. He's a reseller as well. It's a little different type of reselling, but he does conventions and things like that. And he's in Oklahoma City, so we're kind of close. So I'm working on that. A lot of stuff came up and it slowed me down. So be patient and I will be back.
Yeah, man, that's no problem. We understand it fully. By the way, I put in Harry Hamstone also. He's been around on YouTube for many years. And Harry has been doing a lot of content from garage sales, estate sales, very interesting stuff that he also finds that people don't realize how much value it has. So watch Harry Hamstone because he got good experience with a lot of interesting vintage stuff, vintage electronics, which can bring a lot of money, stuff like that. A lot of ephemera type of stuff like lamps, even any collectibles like Travis, similar to what Travis is actually sourcing. Sometimes you can see similarity with Harry Hamstone and Travis stuff is that they're kind of prolific at finding specifically unique things that some resellers will just not even look at and will look for something obvious. So that's a good thing about.
And those are the videos that are really doing good as far as blowing up and like getting your exposure and getting subscribers. You do those shorts where people are like, "Oh, I didn't know that," and they're seeing that value and they're subscribing pretty quickly on that. Just let you know.
That is absolutely true. I agree with you, man. I post shorts. I like today, but most like if you find specifically interesting things that people will, and I get a lot of like I would post something on a short that on a channel, and it will be some kind of unusual either vintage toy or some kind of vintage things that people will comment like today. I posted. I think it was like one of the laser discs that I found today at the bins, and someone actually posted a comment because laser discs are still very collectible. Some movies are very rare. I found one today actually, which was rare, and other ones were not very valuable. One was. So with laser discs, like with media, you're gonna get that kind of situation. One thing will be worth $100. The rest will be worth like $2, $3.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what happens. Eurythra, thanks for a good comment. Brian and Tracy, Anthony's channel is Dirty Scumbag Reseller. So please subscribe if you haven't done so. I appreciate it. See, I'm subscribing to you all. Awesome job. I have to hit the sack. Have an awesome evening, everyone, and happy selling. Thanks, Brian and Tracy, for stopping by. Have a great rest of your weekend. And good job on your live sales. I mean,
sorry for putting you on blast for the last half hour.
Yeah, that's what happens, man. But I mean, the thing about it, there are a lot of people that do reselling differently. Everyone is unique in what they look for, what they find, how much time they have to actually look for things like, and that's what makes us all different. I mean, and where we live, each specific city, each state, small city, small town, wherever, it will have completely different things, options available. The only thing that is similar everywhere would be probably if you completely going into buying storage units, and even with that, you don't know exactly what's in there because some people don't even have thrift stores, so they have to either have some kind of auction house or maybe like do like live selling sourcing like some resellers do, buying from other resellers, which I have done too, man. And I bought some things from other resellers and sold them and made some profit on it also, which is.
I was actually gonna talk about that. I was like, like I said, I think it's hard to get started yourself and get successful and stuff on live selling, but I'm not ashamed to sell you that I'm such a scumbag. I go into shows that have one person run. You know, there's nobody in the room, and I'm like, "You want to run that? You can start that at $1. I'll buy it."
Man, that is true. Actually, you're absolutely right, man. And that's why I think, Anthony, that that's why when you go to meetups, man, and try to talk to other resellers over there, you know, do those types of things, you know, and you may just not just promote your own channels there, you can promote what you're trying to do on live selling and what type of inventory. Of course, it's kind of helpful to, and you've done it, so you already know, like you went to meetup before, so you kind of by the way, guys, here is the Jack's Treasures channel, Brian and Tracy.
Yeah,
They're
I got to
already-
remember to not be as shy when I go to this second meetup. But I was so new when I went to Trash to Cash. I was like, I didn't know anybody, so at least now I know a lot more people.
Man, that's what it's all about, man. It's not, like I said, man, and especially it's difficult to travel nowadays, especially getting hotels and getting, like, you're spending money on gas to go places, especially if it's farther away, like whatever, all the traveling expenses. But if there is opportunity for you to at least have this chance to go, and you know you're gonna be spending money, but you're gonna be trying to kind of it's good for your business possibly if you present it there this way, or that what you do. People already know what we're all doing. Like if I go, or Travis goes, or Woody goes, or Lisa goes, I mean everyone knows us at least somewhat, for them to know what we're trying to accomplish. And it's our own kind of business to try to improve it more if we want to, because nobody's like telling you. We don't have a boss, so nobody's gonna tell you, hey, listen, Anthony, go do your fucking job, man. go
Yes, I
build
do.
up,
I talk to
go build
Alyssa
up your
every
YouTube
day.
channel.
Yeah, I actually do. He's not kidding. Usually when we're getting off the phone, I'll just be like, "Hey, so when are you going to be grinding next?" Because you know we do like a co-partner working, you know, body doubling, and I'm always going, "Okay, so when are you grinding next? Gotta go to sleep. The grind's going to keep happening."
Yeah, man, because like I said, no, Woody has done it also tremendous job. He's been doing different channels, 3 channels about his life, about like
That's great.
reselling, and that's like I don't even know. Some people try to have difficulty to do one channel. Some people have 3, 4 channels, do live sales, do garage. It's like no life pretty much. You have to become a channel that's called No Life Reseller.
Yeah, that's right. No sales reselling or something. I don't.
But that's in reality, that's what happens with us, because we have chosen our love is reselling. For me personally, still is, and it's in my opinion, all of this all together, it's a lot of hard work. Those people that hate resellers, I actually talked to one of the local resellers about it today, about how many times I see those kids and beans that find those clothing, the vintage shirts. They're there every freaking day, some of them, for like 7 hours a day. Like I go there like twice, like 2 times a week. Man, I cannot freaking feel my legs after that. I don't know, because but I'm like, I cannot compare. They're like 22, 23 years old compared to me being 47. I mean, I trying to kind of stay there all day, run around, dig all the clothing. It's like working out in some kind of football camp. Like you're playing on a football team, and then you come
Well,
back
we've
home.
watched you at the bins. You are like at a football camp. You
But
ran us.
but in reality, they are so good at it because eventually you're already trained with the situations that beans resellers are like, you know, they are, in my opinion, they don't have this like, you know, comfortable thing where they can go to garage sale. Like there's like people there that shop for themselves, or like some resellers. They will come around whatever time. They will stop there, like look at things, buy things. With beans, as you guys know, it's like all mostly resellers there. So everyone is a competition. So you kind of friendly, but at the end of the day, you go, you like dig each bin as fast as you can. You like I told Lisa today. I grab things from the bin like I just don't look at it because I already kind of know what it is. So I will grab it because everything is freaking tied up. So the only way to do it fast is to grab it and just put it in your bag because I carry 2 bags. So that's it. There is no other way because other person, like I told Anthony last week, some idiot who just runs, grabs freaking amplifier. Last week there was an amplifier. He grabbed it. He almost hit another guy with it because he wanted to grab it first. He just overran everyone. He grabbed it, almost hit someone else, and then the person, this woman reseller, she said, "Roman, you gotta kick his ass." I said, "No, I'm not gonna even deal with this idiot because what am I gonna lose? I'm gonna get arrested for just dealing with him. So there is no fucking point for me to do it. There is gonna be more stuff. There is people like that. They just disregard everyone else. They just run, whatever. They grab things, stuff flies into someone else, and that's it. And they run. That's what happens. But nothing you can do. But those people are everywhere. It's just impossible. You're not gonna fight each of those people to get arrested and go to jail.
Well, everybody. Hey, Roman, I don't mean to interrupt, but I got a bolt. I hate to leave, but I got some, I'm tired, I guess, mainly, but
yeah, we're going to be leaving too, Woody. I really appreciate you guys, you and Barbara, to support us all this time, man. And we got a lot of people who support us, of course, and we thank them all, of course. And yeah, so guys, we're going to all go, and we really appreciate everyone. It's all 10:40 right now, so everyone is tired. And we really appreciate everyone who stopped by. I know I changed the channel name. I promoted it a little bit on Instagram story, and Anthony did. And we thank you, whoever had a chance today to stop by and join us and comment and in the chat. We'll try to do it as often as possible. I cannot guarantee anything right now. Like I said, we'll be doing it kind of week to week to see if I will be able, because I go to Beans on Saturdays. It's tiresome. I need to rest and do this, and I have no energy sometimes. So anyway, thank you guys and everyone who joined us. I really see there's Josh Galt even.
Yeah.
Stop by. Josh, thanks for stopping. Man, we're leaving, Josh. By the way, Anthony, Josh Galt, by the way, he also doesn't do any live selling. He just lists like thousands upon thousands of items on eBay with this list easier. Similar to what's his name, James Helfestray, who was boring reselling live before. He also has like bunch of media that he lists on eBay only. I don't think he does any live sales. They just list tons of inventory on eBay with listing it all, like 100 things. I don't know, many things. So anyway, guys, have a great night, and hopefully we'll see you soon. And thank you once again.
Anthony, Woody, nice meeting you guys.
Hey, I got one thing to say, Roman.
Go ahead.
Final thing. Everybody, hit that thumb, tickle Roman's little butt to make him come back so we can come back and hang out again. And you know what? Y'all come back now. You hear? Have a good one.
See y'all. Thank you
Be
so much.
profitable, gang.
Nice meeting you.